Marquita. Okay, you ready? Okay. So you must be Mark.
Yeah, I'm Mark.
Hey, Mark, nice to meet you. Tammy, right? Nice to meet you guys. Gosh, y'all got a beautiful place out here. How long y'all lived out here?
8 years.
Really, it is beautiful. Wow, I like it. Did y'all build it or did you buy it?
We bought it, it's already,
Already here.
yeah.
This is beautiful though. Now, how do y'all know Dale and Patty? Let's see over here.
He buys stuff from me at the hardware store.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you work? You work at the hardware store?
Yeah.
What do you do down there?
I manage it. I'm the manager there.
Really? The one down in Clover?
Yeah.
Wow,
You
okay.
probably passed on the way in.
Yeah, yeah, you look familiar to me. I bet I've seen you in there
You
too.
probably have.
What hours do you work?
I go in at 6:30 and work till 6 about every day.
Yeah, well, you're there all the time. I'm sure I probably saw you in there. Well, now where do you work?
Oh, that's right.
Oh, you work here at home? Y'all got any kids?
Well, we have 4 children.
Oh my Lord, do you really?
Yeah.
Are they little?
Well, we have a set of twins that are 4 years old, and we have a 9-year-old and a 7-year-old.
Wow. You got your hands full then.
Oh,
You got a
yeah.
full-time job, don't you?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
She
why
works,
I
she's
work.
the hardest working person in the family, ain't she?
Yes.
Well, good. Now, where are your kids? Did you get?
At her mother's.
Oh, yeah?
It's
Okay.
tough to do here.
Well, I appreciate you doing that. You didn't have to, of course, but this is beautiful, though. I tell you what, if we could, guys, could we go to y'all's kitchen table? It works best for what I need to show you, at least at the beginning. And we'll take just a second. I'll make this demo as fast as I can, I promise, because I know y'all got things you got to do, and you got to go get your kids and all that. So, if y'all don't mind, let's just go into you. You started? Guys, what I want to do first, I want to arrest you guys for a $200 shopping spree, Tammy. Who's the luckiest, you or Mark?
Me.
You are, you lucky to have Mark.
That's right.
Okay, let me do this. What our company does is every few months they give away $200 shopping spree. It's actually 2 different winners. It's $100 each. And I'm going to put you in here then. It's Tammy. How do you spell y'all's last name?
DORRILL.
Okay, y'all's phone number is 744484209. Okay. All right, what I'll do is I'll drop this card in the box, Mark. If this card's pulled out, you guys are going to win $100. You can use it anywhere you want to go. You can use it to buy groceries, Tammy, use it at Walmart, something like that, and hope you guys win. But what I'm going to do, I've got to get something set up here. There are actually going to be 2 winners. Before they pick a card out of the box, they're going to pick a random number between 1 and 10. Let's say they pick number 9. Whoever's name you put on this line right here, they're going to win $100 too. So there's 2 winners. So what I need you to do is just list 10 names of people that you like. Okay, people you'd like to see win. Okay, don't list your enemies on here. Okay, or your outlaws. You can't list your in-laws, but not your outlaws, right? But let's just list first names only. Don't put their last names. Don't put their telephone numbers, nothing like that. Because Mark, we're not going to call these people. What we do is we call you, and you might have like Bill written down here. We won't know who Bill is, so you'll have to get in touch with Bill, Tammy, and tell him that he won. Okay, but just make sure that they are homeowners and they must be head of the households. So I always tell everybody, let's just list all the ladies. Mary Sue, Melissa, all those people. Do that, and if you would, while you do that, can I get a little water out of your sink? Not to drink, but I need to get it in this little machine called the Rainmate. Just a little water here. Okay. So how long y'all lived out here?
It's been 8 years.
8
yeah.
years.
Yeah, we bought out here because my mom lives right over the hill here.
Does she really?
Yeah.
So this is all family land?
Yeah.
Is- You get it? All right, good deal. Hopefully these people, hopefully you'll win and one of those people win. That's good. You know what I get if you win? Nothing. I hope you win.
I don't get anything either.
All right, well, that's good though. I like to see my customers win. So, all right, guys, have y'all ever seen a rainbow before? At all? You know anything at all about them?
I've heard a little bit about it.
Heard a little bit about them?
I
Okay.
know a couple people with them.
Okay. Yeah, well, you know, I thought they hadn't been around that long because I'd never really heard of rainbow. But it turns out they're a company called Rexair who makes the rainbow. And they've been in business since 1936. The machine was called Rexair. To 1959, they changed the name of the machine to Rainbow. But there's millions of satisfied owners. We're sold in over 100 countries. We're very committed to taking care of our customers. We are made in America. And we're a member of the DSA, which is like the Better Business Bureau for direct sales companies. In other words, Mark, you have to be a reputable company in order to be in this, okay? And we're here for 4 reasons. The first reason I'm here is to say thank you for your time, present y'all with your gift. And did I mention to you on the phone about the gift you'd get, Tammy? I did. All right, so I told you about the vacation. That means I gotta give it to you, right? I can't keep it. And I need a vacation, right? You probably do too, right? With 4 kids. But what this does, this pays for y'all to go to any one of these cities you want to go to. Myrtle Beach is on here, right here. Gatlinburg is on here. Asheville's on here. And there's places all over Florida. And y'all can use this. It pays for 3 days and 2 nights of your hotel. Now this gives you an idea of the type of hotel you're staying at. You're staying at like a Sheraton, Ramada Inn, Holiday Inn, like Quinta, Marriott Suites, or Best Western. I mean, you're in a nice hotel. When you go to book your reservations, you just simply call the number right there, and they'll walk you through on the phone how to book your reservations. You have plenty of time to use this. I think this certificate expires over a year from now. Well, right under a year, actually. And it pays for 2 adults over the age of 18. Now, you can take your kids, Tammy, but they would be like $10 per night per child. So it'd probably be expensive for y'all to take all 4 kids. So you may want to get a babysitter or something and take a real vacation, right?
Yes.
Make him take you to Gatlinburg or something this fall and do some Christmas shopping. My wife loves to go to Gatlinburg and do Christmas shopping in the fall. Yeah, it just feels Christmassy up there. But y'all ever go to Gatlinburg?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Till Christmas time.
A lot of people use these to go to Gatlinburg or Myrtle Beach or things like that. But this, like I said, pays for 2 adults, and you have to give them a 45 days advance notice. In other words, you got to book your reservations 45 days in advance. Okay. Also, you have to send in a $50 refundable room guarantee. And what that is, that's just a good faith deposit. Assures the market that you're going to show. If for whatever reason you didn't show up, Tammy, to be honest with you, you lose your deposit. So be sure when you book your reservations that y'all can go. All right. And it is transferable. If y'all want to give it to someone in your family, you can. But whatever you do, don't throw it away, Mark. That's like throwing $175 in the garbage. If you can't use this, and Tammy, you can't think of anybody to give it to, call me. I'll come back, pick it up, and I can give it to somebody else that can use it. So that's yours just for looking at the demo, and that's a pretty good deal, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so y'all be sure y'all use that, okay? Now, the second reason we're here is invite you to open house or office. Don't let me forget. And I'll talk to you more about that. That's what my button means here. Our company's growing. We're looking for new people, Mark. As I go through my rainbow demo and my rainbow, let me know if you know if anybody might be interested in making some money. Most of our part-time people make $300 to $500 a week when they work. And most of our full-time people make over $1,000 a week when they work. And Tammy, the reason I say when they work is because you work when you want to work. And I like that. So it's real flexible, and I've got a little girl too, and so it's real good with her activities, and if we want to take a trip or something. So just let me know if you're interested in that, or anybody it is. But the third reason I'm here is to get your opinion of the rainbow, and if you're buying one now or sometime in the future. And guys, I want to let you know right now, Mark, if you were expecting a high-pressure salesman to come out and show you all the rainbow tonight, Tammy, I'm going to disappoint you. Okay? I don't like pushy salespeople myself. If y'all want to get a rainbow when I get done showing it to you, Mark, I'll help you. I mean, I'm not going to keep you from getting it, okay? But by no means do you have to buy anything. Tammy, I just appreciate y'all looking and helping me on Patty out. I know they do too. And the fourth reason why I'm here is to ask for your assistance to advertise on product, your friends and associates, and hopefully we'll have fun and learn something. Now, this is the Rainmate right here. Did Patty tell you what she's getting by getting the 4 people to look?
She mentioned what Dale mentioned. Me and Dale talked.
Dale did? Okay. It's the little Rainmate right here. Okay, now actually tonight I'm going to show y'all 2 products. Okay, I'm going to show you the Rainmate, okay, and which is what Dale and Patty are earning, and I'm going to show you the Rainbow. Okay, 2 different machines. All right, but what we found, Mark, through research and time, is when we go in most homes, most families, Tammy, have 4 different things in their home. Okay, most families have something to deodorize their home. Okay, like a plug-in, pop-up, stick-ups, candles, things like that. Most families have something in their home to vaporize, like when their small kids get sick and they're stopped up and they can't breathe good. Maybe you guys get stopped up, can't breathe good, can't sleep good. Like something to vaporize. Okay. The third thing we find that most homes have, they have something to put some moisture in the air, like a humidifier or something. Because I know our house gets real dry in the winter, and maybe yours does too. And the fourth thing that most homes have is something, especially with allergies being so bad right now, something to purify the air, something to clean the air inside their home. Well, what Rainbow did was they developed a product that has all 4 things in one. Okay, it's called a Rainmate. Okay, and the first thing that it does, like I said, is it does deodorize. Okay, do you use candles, plug-ins, pop-ups? You use, right. The thing about a candle is, of course, I know my wife used to burn candles all the time. Mark used to scare me to death. I was afraid she's going to burn the house down with a candle, or the kids get into the candles, just playing with them, just scary.
Sounds good.
You can just add the water to the fragrance to the Rainmate and let it run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You smell that? That's mulberry. And you don't have to worry about it being a fire hazard. It has a magnetic motor in it. In other words, there's no parts in here that's going to cause a fire or anything. So you can let it run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Of course, I don't let my Rainmate run when I'm not at home, okay? I let my Rainmate run when I'm at home. But let it run and it makes your house smell great. Now, another thing about like the spray aerosols, I know you probably use those, they just fall to the ground off. You can see them falling to the ground, and after about 5 minutes, you don't smell them anymore, okay? The Rainmate, because it saturates the moisture in the air, it actually adds the fragrance to the humidity in the room. And what it will actually do is last for 6 to 8 hours. In other words, you can smell these fragrances for 6 to 8 hours in the air once you turn the Rainmate off. Okay, you smell that one?
Yeah.
Now that's the orange. See, if you, Monday you want to just use the mulberry, but then Tuesday you want to switch it to the orange, you don't have to change the water. You can just change the fragrance. And it doesn't blend, it doesn't mix. You don't get a mixture of mulberry and orange. Now you're only smelling the orange, right?
Yeah.
Okay, doesn't it smell like an orange sucker?
Yeah.
That's good. Those are two of the most popular fragrances. We have a bunch of different fragrances, okay, but those are the two most popular. Now, the second thing that the Rainmate does is the Rainmate does vaporize the home, okay, and it puts moisture in there, right? Let me go over the moisture part first, and I'll go to the vaporizer. It humidifies the air. The Rainmate puts about 15% moist air and about 85% dry air, roughly, okay? Now, if I had a regular humidifier sitting right here, Mark, next to the Rainmate, chances are in the morning, you know what I need to do, Tammy? I need to add water to the regular humidifier, okay? The Rainmate, you can get away with adding water about every 2 days, okay? Especially if you put your water a little bit above the line like I did there. And it'll run for 2 days on the same water without having to add any water to it. And it's great for putting moisture out. Does y'all's home get real dry in the winter?
Yeah, everything I touch shocked me.
It's bad. I used to wake up in the middle of the night in the winter because of our heat pump being so dry, I couldn't hardly swallow. But since we ran the Rainmates back in our bedroom, puts just the right amount of moisture out, and it really helps with the moisture problem, okay? Now the third thing, like I said, it does is it does vaporize, okay? I want to let it run for a few minutes with that in it so you can smell it. But this is eucalyptus. What you can do with the eucalyptus is put in the water, and it will actually turn the Rainmate to a vaporizer, okay? In other words, it'll open up your sinuses. And we run our Rainmate like when our little girl gets sick, or when I'm sick, or my wife's sick. Run it with the eucalyptus oil in it. You smell that?
Yeah, I like that.
And it medicates the air. Or what it'll do is it actually puts that scent out, and it opens up your sinus passages where you can breathe better, sleep better. I've even had a lot of people tell me it stopped them from snoring. Okay?
Uh-oh.
They don't quote me on that. But I had one guy that, his wife told me, she said, I have to roll over and check on him, see if he's still breathing. Because he sleeps quiet now, instead of snoring all the time. But that's wonderful for those three things. Now, the fourth thing that the Rainmate does is the Rainmate will clean the air. Okay, now Mark, I'm going to be honest with you. It's not going to clean the air in your entire home. You guys have a big house here, okay? The Rainmate is more for small areas, like a small kitchen area, a small bedroom area, or maybe like and one lady said she uses it in her laundry room to keep the smells down in her laundry room, keep it smelling fresh, okay? But the Rainmate, you can let it run. It does purify the air to a certain degree, and it's wonderful. Now, every time that I show the Rainmate, Mark, I get asked one question every time, and that is, how much are they? Okay, or how do I get it? Okay, Tammy, I can't sell you a Rainmate tonight. Okay, there's only two ways you can get a Rainmate. Number one, go down to the Rainbow store and buy them. They're $200 Mark. Okay, Tammy, the only other way I can get you a Rainmate is I can get you one for free. Okay, now, are you like me? If it's free, it's for me. All right, let me explain how you get it for free. All right, first of all, guys, Mark, Tammy, in order for my demo to count for me, in order for me to get credit for my demo, okay, I've got to get 8 names while I'm in y'all's home. Now, Tammy, let me just promise you something. I promise you I won't call these people. Okay, because Mark, let me just explain something. If you give me these people's names and numbers, and I go home and I start calling them, do you know who they're going to get mad at, Tammy? Y'all, because y'all gave their name and number to somebody. Okay, Mark, Tammy, I know that. I would not do that to you guys, I promise you. But Tammy, in order for me to get credit for my demo, each time I go out and show one, I kind of walk out of y'all's front door tonight with 8 names. If you have my word, I won't call these people. It just helps me. Okay? Now here's how you get a Rainmate. You get 4 of these 8 people to do what y'all are doing for Dale and Patty. Just get 4 to do it for y'all. Nobody's got to buy anything, they just got to sit here. Okay? And they all get the free vacation for sitting there. Okay? Now, before we write down any names, though, Tammy, my company is strict on who they want us to show. They only allow me to go show married couples, like you guys, that own their own home, like you guys, that have good jobs, like you guys do. Okay? Mark, they won't allow me to show anyone that is not owning or buying their home, okay? And I personally prefer married couples. Now, I will show a single lady here and there, but I try to stay away from the single men. Just tell me, because of the nature of what I'm selling, single men don't get excited about the rainbow, okay? It's a vacuum system, and they just don't get too excited about it. So just if you could, just send me to people that if they did want the rainbow, they could afford to get it, okay? But nobody actually has to buy it, okay? It just helps you if they just look at it, okay? And remember, I gotta get 8 to get credit, and you're welcome to use these names right here to maybe help you think of some people. Tell me, who can you think of here first? Everybody just need 8, and I won't call them.
Roy, Virginia, Ivy.
Roy, Virginia, Ivy,
Mm-hmm.
I-V-E-Y, probably. All right, their phone number?
803,
Uh-huh.
222, 6253.
Okay.
Wayne and Peggy Doral.
Wayne, Peggy,
Doral,
Doral.
same as ours.
Okay. And their phone number?
803,
Uh-huh.
222, 2300.
All right.
David and Susan,
Okay. And their phone number?
803,
Uh-huh.
628, 5162.
Yeah.
5162? Okay. That's 3.
Bill and Claudette Reed.
Claudette, Reed, or E.P.?
Martin. 803,
Uh-huh.
684, 5109.
5109. Okay.
You think of any
People your church reading.
Yeah, what talking about Peggy or Joe?
Peggy Joe
Joe and Peggy,
Birch.
like the tree,
Yeah.
B-I-R-C-H, I guess. Okay, and their phone number?
803, 222, 738. Your sister?
That's 5.
Yeah, my sisters, Angie and Jamie.
Jamie's his name.
Yeah.
Him and Angie
Karen.
Kerrigan.
Kerrigan,
Yeah.
K-A-R-R.
I-G-A.
I-G-A-N, Kerrigan, okay. Like Nancy Kerrigan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Okay, and their phone number?
704,
Uh-huh.
739, 1642.
Okay.
Guy worked with Bo and Kay Edge.
K-E-D-G-E.
Yeah.
All right, their phone number?
222,
803.
yeah.
222.
1114.
14. Okay, that's 7. Need one more at least.
Roy.
Yeah, Roy.
Roy,
Yeah.
Roy and he's single.
Roy, okay. Junior, what's his last name? Ivy. He is single. Is he sharing his house with anybody? Does he live with anyone or
Not, it stays with it, but.
got a girlfriend but not?
Yeah, they don't stay with it.
He what, I can't, I need married couples if you can. I can't, can we just maybe get another one? We just need him off, just because he's single.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you made it work, maybe.
No, really, I
Yeah,
can't.
let's see, Billy and Sarah.
Sarah
Yeah.
Turner. Okay. And their phone number?
803, 222, 3427.
Okay. Another spot here if you think somebody else.
Yeah,
Neighbors.
Angela, something like. Angela and, Mike, yeah, Mike and, Esther White. Yeah.
Okay, you have their number?
Yeah, 803, 1515. Yeah.
Got it, okay. Sounds good, all right, I appreciate that. That way I'll get credit for my demo guys. Now, I'm not trying to be nosy, but my company does require me to fill in a little bit of information about all the people. Roy in Virginia, now how do you know him? Is that a relative or a friend?
That's our mom.
Is that your mom? Okay, all right, great. And they own their own home, okay? And what does Roy do for a living?
He owns a tree surgery,
Owns a tree company?
Yeah, tree company.
Right, and he's a owner. And roughly how long has he been doing that, roughly?
Since 72.
Okay, 22 years?
Yeah.
That's 32 years.
Yeah.
Wow. A long time.
Yeah.
Okay, what does she do? Does she work?
She works in the office.
She works in an office. Okay. And they're married, of course. Okay, and Wayne and Peggy, how do you know them?
That's my mom and dad.
That's your mom, and dad. Okay, and they own their own home.
Yeah.
Okay, and what does Wayne do?
He's the maintenance supervisor at a place in Charlotte. Reconditioning drums.
Roughly how long's he been doing that, roughly?
He's been with them about 10 years, I guess.
10 years? And what does she do?
She's, she knits a mill.
Okay, so like textile mill? Knit. Okay, and they're married? Okay. And David and Susan Ivy, how do you know them? Is that brother?
My brother.
Brother, sorry. Right. Relative, they own their own home. Okay, and what does David do?
He's the manager of a furniture store in Rockville. He's manager of
Kinsey's brother.
Tennessee? How long's he been doing that? Roughly?
He's got a high school.
13 years, right? Yeah.
Okay, and they're, where does she work? What does Susan do?
Holder and Company.
Holder and Company.
Holder and Company?
Yeah.
Okay, and they're married? Okay, great. And Bill and Claudette, how do you know them?
We go to church with
So,
them.
Freeman's, and they own their own home, as far as you know?
Mhm.
And what does Bill do?
He works at Freightliner.
Freightliner? Okay, and roughly how long's he been doing that? You know,
I
take a
don't know.
guess.
10 years.
Yeah, they believe that's how long they've been church.
This don't have to be exact, as long as I get an idea, that's fine. What does she do?
She works at the school cafeteria.
School? They spell school.
S-C-H-O.
Okay, all right, and let's see, they're married.
Yeah.
All right, and then Joe and Peggy, how do you know them?
Friends.
Friends?
Yeah,
Okay.
church.
And they own their own home,
Yeah.
as far as you know. And where do they work?
He works for John Jenkins.
Is that
It's a grading company.
let's see, he drives a,
He don't drive anything. I think he's like a project manager or something like that.
you know how long he's been doing that run?
Since we've been in church
Long
together,
time.
yeah, about 10 years at least.
And what does she do?
She's a school bus driver.
Yeah.
So she's a part-time bus driver?
Yeah.
Bus driver, part-time, huh? Probably don't have to work, she just,
No, she
Yeah.
don't have
Doesn't-
to.
yeah. That's what I find about people who drive buses, they just do it to have something, you know, to help the kids and all that. Now Jamie and Angie, are they relatives?
That's my sister.
Right, so relative, they own their own homes, as far as you know.
They're wanting to buy one. I don't think they're renting a house right now.
They're renting right now?
Yeah.
Okay. And where do they work?
He worked for,
He owns his own business, you know.
has he started it yet?
Yes.
Okay. He's a mechanic.
Okay, mechanic,
Yeah.
self-employed,
Yeah.
okay, and it's brand new.
Yeah.
Right, and what does she do?
She's something with computers. I mean,
She's a computer programmer.
yeah.
Really? Computer programmer, sounds like she did a good job.
She does.
Yeah, they're wanting, you know,
In the process of buying land and getting a house.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay, and they're married.
yeah.
And then Bo and Kay,
I work with both.
you work with Bo?
Yeah.
So they own their own home?
Kay does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kay does.
Yeah.
It's Kay's home.
It's Kay's house, all right. No, so he works down at the hardware store?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and what does she do?
She works for a company at the hospital in collections, something like that.
Do you know how long he's been at the hardware?
He's been there 4 years.
And they're married. And one more, okay, Billy and Sarah.
They actually, I work with them at the homework.
Right, they own their own home as far as you know?
Yeah.
And he works in the hardware. How long's he been there?
He's there quite a while, so he's been there about, I guess, 15 years.
Okay. All right, and what does she do?
She works there too. She's a bookkeeping and just works with the floor,
How long's she been there?
about the same as Billy.
Okay, good. And Mike and Esther, right?
Mike is actually disabled.
Right, so he's disabled.
Yeah.
All right, and what does she do?
Yeah, she babysits some babysits their youngest, some grandyoungest.
Just a few kids?
Yeah.
She don't really run a daycare or nothing like that?
No.
And they own their own home?
Yeah.
And are they relatives or friends or?
Just friends.
Friends, okay, and they're married. Okay, good. All right, well, everybody looks really good on here, and I appreciate the names. That way I'll get credit for my demo. Now, guys, when y'all do get around to calling people, the only thing I'd ask is because of the company having the rules, if you could, let's just only call the ones, this one right here that rents, you said that's your sister. Okay. There's nothing in the world wrong with that, nothing like that. Let's just kind of maybe save her for a backup, because I'm sure they probably could afford to buy something like this if they wanted to. So like I said, they're getting ready to buy a house, aren't they? So for maybe save them for like a backup, or the last, let's call them kind of last. But this one down here that's disabled and babysits, they won't let me go show anybody that's disabled unless the spouse has a really good job, just because it's just the rules. And two, if they wanted to get the Rainbow, they probably would have a hard time being able to afford it, because gosh, most disability checks aren't that much. So, and I just don't want to make them want the Rainbow and then they can't get it. So just if you could, let's just don't call them. But everybody else looks really good, okay? I mean, just maybe say, like you said, your sister, just relax, because them, you know, looking for a house and all that, they're probably busy and all that too. So everything looks good. All right. Now, when y'all do get around to calling the people, Tammy, it's real important that you know what to say, okay? Now, I had a lady the other day, she got on the phone, she called her sister, and she said, I got a vacuum cleaner salesman out here. You know what her sister just about did? Just about hung up on her, okay? Because she said, you know, I'm going to send him to your house. Okay, whatever you do, don't do that, okay? This script right here, if you'll use this script, Tammy, it's been proven that 98% of the people that you ask will do it for you, if you'll just use this script, okay? Call them up, this is going to sound familiar, because this is what Dale and Patty said to y'all, I guarantee you, okay? Call them up and say, I need you to do me a favor. I've got a chance to win a machine called a Rainmate that cleans the air in my home and makes my house smell great, okay? And all I need to do is get 4 friends or relatives to let a real nice guy named Jay come over and do a demo for me. You lie to them and tell them I'm real nice, okay? But tell them they don't have to buy anything. Stress that number 4 right there. They don't have to buy anything. Just tell them you don't have to buy anything. Just let the guy come over and do the demo. And if you do, I get you get a free trip to Myrtle Beach or Gatlinburg just for letting the guy show you. And I get my gift. Would you help me out? Would you just do it for me? If you'll say that, they'll all do it for you. Okay, now, I'll just tell you, the one word that I would recommend you not to say, Tammy, is the word interested. Do not say the word interested, okay? Tammy, it's a fact that if you say the word interested, they'll say no, okay? Because there's really only a couple ways you can use that word. Would you be interested in looking at a vacuum cleaner demonstration, okay? Or would you be interested in a vacuum cleaner? Or would you be interested in a free vacation? Believe it or not, that don't work. If you'll just stick right by the script, it works the best, okay? Now, Mark, Tammy, I know y'all gonna feel crazy doing this, okay? But Tammy, let's just pretend I am, Virginia's your mom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, pretend I'm your mom, okay? I don't look like your mom probably, but pretend I'm your mom, okay? And just get me, just use your script and just get me to do it for you, okay? So, hello?
Hey, Mom,
Yes.
how you doing?
Hey, good.
This is Tammy.
Hey.
I've got a vacuum cleaner salesman at my home.
No. Use your script,
Okay.
okay? I need a favor.
I need a favor.
Okay, I'll try to help you.
I got a chance to win a Rainmate, which is air purifier.
Okay?
And all I need is 4 friends and relatives to take a short look at the demonstration.
Okay.
Um,
Demonstration of what?
of a rainbow.
A rainbow vacuum?
Uh-huh.
Now, I got a good vacuum cleaner. I don't really need a new vacuum.
Well, I know, I just need this small favor.
All right, can you tell me don't have to watch?
If you're not, any other obligations by anything, okay? You get a real nice vacation package for 3 days and 2 nights in Myrtle Beach or Gatlinburg.
Uh-huh.
Okay? And you would be doing, would you do me a favor?
If I don't have to buy nothing, I will.
Okay, well, you wouldn't have to buy anything, Mom.
Perfect. You did good. She laughed at you the whole time. You go ahead,
No.
Mark. You try one now. Let's say I'm, let's see. Who's your mom's Peggy?
Yeah.
You call your mom. Hello?
Hey, Mom, how you doing?
Good?
Hey, listen, can you do me a favor?
I'll try.
I got a chance to win an air cleaner. I'll call it a Rainmate.
Uh-huh.
All I need are 4 friends or relatives to watch a short presentation of a rainbow.
Uh-huh.
All right? You're under no obligation to buy anything.
Okay.
A guy named Jay said he'd call you.
Okay.
You get a vacation package for 3 days and 2 nights to Myrtle Beach or Gatlinburg.
Uh-huh.
You do this for me, wouldn't you, huh?
Yeah, I guess I will if I don't have to buy anything. No, you don't have to buy. That's perfect. Y'all like to sell rainbows. Y'all are good at this. All right. So that's good. All right. Now, tell you what I need to do. Can I borrow your phone real quick? I need to call my office and let them know I'm getting ready to get
Yeah.
started. Do you have a cord to do it? It's
Right there.
It's a toll-free number, so. Hey, this is Jay. Yeah, I'm at my appointment. Oh yeah, we're getting started. We're rolling. So we're gonna hurry. We're gonna get it done real fast. Okay. All right, I'll call you when I'm done. All right. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye. Great. All in? Okay. All right, guys. Tell you what I need to do. I need to go get the rainbow. All right, it's in the car. And if y'all don't mind, I'm going to set it up in your living room where your carpet is. Okay. And while I'm doing that, tell you what I can do for you tonight. And if you guys will go ahead and get on the phone right now, and you'll call your 4 people right now while I'm setting the rainbow up. Okay. Tell me what I can actually do. Instead of giving you 1 rainbow, I can actually give you 2 rainbows and 4 fragrances. Okay. Now let me tell you why you need 2. When we first got our rainbow, we had 1. We were moving it back and forth between the living room and the bedroom. Okay. And it was real aggravating. Okay. When we got 2, one we leave in the bedroom, one we leave in the living room now, we don't have to move them. Okay. Or you can put one in the kids' room or in your room, or you can keep one for yourself, give one to your mom and dad for Christmas, something like that. But I get to give you 2 of them and 4 fragrances. And by the way, those 4 fragrances cost $25 if you went to the Rainbow store to buy them. So you get $425 worth of stuff for calling tonight. Okay, so if you could, just go ahead and give them a call, and I'm going to run up to the car and grab my rainbow. One thing is everybody that agrees to look, Tim, if you don't mind, I need to speak with everybody that agrees. Okay, I need to just speak because I got to ask them 3 questions. Okay, so if you do that, and I'm going to run up to the car real quick and grab the rainbow. Is it okay if I let myself back in? Okay, great. I'll be right back. All right.
You call your mom, she'll go, you know she'll go. Yes, you should pay. You know they're home. They got the oven.
Yeah. Hello, Mom? Hey, I need you to do me a favor. Yeah. I got a chance doing a rainbow, and all I need is to get 4 friends or family members to take a short demonstration look at a rainbow. Yeah, Jay will be giving me a call. No, you're not. You won't be able to get by anything. Okay. Yeah, just for getting a tent, just for taking a look, you get a vacation package. I think it says 3 days and 2 nights, and I'll get you down the road. Yeah, that would be nice. Would you do this favor for me? Okay, you would? Okay, now I'm gonna let you talk to Jay. Okay, hold on a second.
Virginia, how are you? Fine. My name is Jay. I appreciate you taking time to talk with me real fast. I need to ask you a couple of survey questions. I have to ask everybody that agrees to do it. What type of vacuum cleaner are you using right now, you and Roy? Electrolux? Is it? Okay. That's all my parents used to have. How old is your Electrolux? About 10 years? Okay. All right, great. And Virginia, do y'all have carpet in your home? You do? You got some hardwood and some carpet. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Well, what I'll do, if it's okay, is I'll give you a call back in the next couple of days, and probably tomorrow, and schedule a time and date to come show you the rainbow to help out Mark and Tammy. That be okay? Now, Roy will look too, right? Because I do have to show both of you. We can make him do it? Oh, no, ma'am. You don't have to buy anything. I promise you. No, and I'm not pushy or nothing like that. I hope they probably told you that. I mean, I'm not. I get credit every time I show the rainbow, so it just helps me to show you, and it helps them get their gift, and you get a free trip. All right, well, I'll give you a call in tomorrow, and we'll line a time up. Okay. All right, thank you, Virginia. Okay, bye-bye. She's real nice. Okay, good. Try another one. You did good. Okay, at this point, we are in the living room. All right, we have the husband and wife together on the couch. While they were calling and getting green lights, I set the rainbow up. I borrowed a chair from their kitchen, and I have moved the coffee table, and everything's set for me to show the rainbow. All right. Now, as I go through my demonstration, the thing that I would tell everybody to pay attention to is how close I'm sitting to the customer, how fast I'm talking, how loud I'm talking, how I make good eye contact through my presentation, how I ask a lot of questions through my demonstration. If you don't ask a lot of questions, you can't keep the people's attention. And I know their first names, and I'm going to use their first names throughout the entire presentation. I'm going to vary my voice, and I'm also going to smile a lot, and I'm going to use my hands when I speak. Okay? And those are the things that keep the people involved, create excitement, and make a demo better than an average demo. All right? And the thing I would tell everybody to do too is memorize the demo book. Okay, I know this book, and that's how I can go so fast. Okay, so we're going to go in here and we're going to sell a rainbow. Wait. You never really seen a rainbow before, right?
Not this in demonstration.
Not a demonstration. Okay. Well, let me just tell you this, and I don't want to bore you with some common sense facts, but Tammy, it's the fact that humans need three things to live: good, clean food, pure drinking water, clean, fresh air. And each day you breathe 700 cubic feet of air, and pure air is just as important as pure food and pure water. They say we can go weeks without eating anything and days without drinking anything, but Tammy, how long can you breathe? Maybe a couple of minutes, okay? So air is pretty important, isn't it, Mark? Now, do y'all occasionally suffer from runny nose, sore throat? You ever lay down to take a nap and wake up and your head stopped up? You ever do that? Well, they say polluted air may be responsible for a lot of those symptoms. Now, Tammy, there's nothing you can do about the polluted air outside your home, but we might be able to help you with the air indoors. It's a fact that the air inside your house is worse than it is outside. And Mark, y'all already know that. When's the last time y'all ever were grilling out on the back porch and you told Mark, honey, I'm gonna go in the house for some fresh air? You don't do that, do you? Where do you go for the fresh air, Tammy? Outside, because you know their outside's fresher, okay? Now, you ever heard of Paul Harvey on the radio?
Yeah.
This is a quote he read. He read it on his show, I guess, and it's from the EPA. And it says the air inside many houses and communal establishments is worse than outside. But in our determination to save energy, Mark, many of us have very effectively been sealing the dirty air in. In other words, we're sealing the dirty air in. Tammy, we're using double insulated windows, doors. Everybody's trying to make their homes real energy efficient to keep the cool air in the summer and the warm air in the winter. But you know what they're trapping inside their home? We're all trapping dirty air inside our home. And you know what skyrocketed in the U.S. right now, Mark? Allergies. Honestly, guys, when I first got the Rainbow, of course, I've been doing it a while, but I'd have to go in 5 homes to find one family with allergies. You go in the same 5 homes today, guys, 3 to 4 of them, someone in the family has allergies. Do y'all have allergies here? You do, really? Any of the kids?
Yeah.
Travis does. Do y'all go to the doctor for it, or you
Yes,
just,
I do.
are y'all like Allegra, Zyrtec, Claritin?
Allegra D.
Allegra D, okay. Well, and I mean, how many commercials do you see on TV now for Allegra, Zyrtec, and Claritin? I mean, it's a huge business now. But it says right here, let's see what's in house dust. Let me ask you guys this. Tammy, Mark, would y'all have any problem breathing the air between my hand and my light? Tammy, no? How about now? See that stuff, Mark? Okay? That's what they're talking about when they say house dust. Tammy, I was in a lady's house the other night. She asked me, she said, Jay, why is the air always floating full of that stuff? I mean, why is it always, I guess you'd seen it maybe in the sunlight. Well, see, every time you take a step across your carpet, Mark, or every time you sit down on your furniture, watch what happens. You stir that stuff up, okay? And of course, once we stir it up, Tammy, it stays in the air for up to 7 hours. And we're always moving around our house, so we're keeping the stuff stirred up all the time, okay? But what might be floating around in our air, anything from pant dander, mold spores, pollen, moths, cigarette smoke, Mark, all this stuff is floating around in our air and we're breathing it. Fireplace soot, fleas, ants, mosquitoes, paint, plastic. Again, Tammy, I know you're tired of me raking this light, but we're breathing all this stuff. Rubber, nylon, cockroaches, beetles, ticks, wood, and fiberglass. And again, Mark, this last time, we're breathing all this stuff, okay? But there's one thing, it says right here, many people are more allergic to the house dust mite spore than any other house dust component. There's one thing in that dust that bothers us more than anything else, Mark, and it's that dust mite right there. Okay, have y'all ever seen a dust mite before? Probably not, okay. Well, they're so small you can't see them with the naked eye, but you've heard of them, haven't you?
Yeah.
The dust mites, maybe seen a special on TV, or maybe your allergy doctor told you about them, Tammy? Okay. All right, they're so small, 7,000 of them can fit on a fingernail. They're microscopic. You can't see these with the naked eye. They're tiny, okay? They're what cause most of the allergies that people have, Mark, okay? Now, this is going to gross you out, but actually, it's not the mite that we're allergic to, Tammy. Mark, if you'll read this right here, it is house dust mite waste, not the mites themselves that trigger asthmatic and allergic attacks. Do you know what I'm talking about when I say dust mite waste? Dust mite poop.
Oh, really?
We're allergic to dust mite poop. Actually, there's a protein in their waste that we're all allergic to. Now, she's really allergic to it. She has to take Allegra, okay? And you might just sneeze. But everybody's pretty much allergic to that protein, okay? And this right here, the waste clings to dust particles and becomes airborne. So see, Tammy, every time we breathe that stuff in, we're breathing that dust mite waste in. And that's what bothers your allergies, okay? Now, Tammy, let me ask you this. Do you have any idea, Mark, what dust mites eat? A lot of people think it's dust, okay? Tammy, actually the bulk of my food is sloughed off human skin particles. See, every 28 days our body sheds the outer layer of skin. Mark, where do you think the highest concentration of dead skin be here in your house? One place you spend 8 hours every night. In your bed. As you lay there, you're rubbing all that dead skin right up in your mattress. Every time you get up out of bed, Tammy, it's like a big buffet just open for those dust mites, okay? Have you ever heard the old saying, don't let the bed bug bite? They know what we're talking about, okay? Tell your kids that, right? But you see this, the Saturday Evening Post magazine, you ever heard of that?
Seen a doctor's office.
Seen a doctor's office, okay. back in October of '91, they had an article, and it wasn't about Kevin Costner, Tammy, she says, darn it. Right? But it was about the dust mites, Tammy. It says right here, the average home accumulates on the average of 40 pounds of dust a year. Do me a favor, guys, reach out there and touch that stuff underneath that light mark, Tammy. You feel any of it? You can't feel it, can you? Because it's so light. It's almost as light as air, isn't it? Okay. How much air do you think it would take to weigh 40 pounds?
Yeah.
How much dust do you think it would take to weigh 40 pounds? A bunch, wouldn't it? Tammy, I bet 40 pounds of dust would probably fill this room up from floor to ceiling, wall to wall. And you know what? That's how much dust is going to accumulate in your home this year. Okay, of course, if you're like my wife, she said, I can believe that, because she's dusting all the time. But see these little blue stars right here? This is 14 ways the Saturday Evening Post recommends you get this stuff out of your home. One thing they say you don't want to do right here, Mark, is you don't want to use dusters, mops, or brooms. Why not?
Well, I've heard that saying, we just sweep it up the store.
You're not really cleaning, you're just moving from point A to point B, aren't you? Well, they say right here, and most conventional bag vacuum cleaners work against you and vent the dust out the exhaust and into the air again. I'll show you that in a minute. But Mark, they say if you really want to get rid of the dirt, use what?
The water trap vacuum.
Use the water trap vacuum. They say it collects the dust in the water and it traps 99.997% of what goes in that machine, in that water. And as for the dust mites, they die by drowning. Tammy, those little dust mites can't swim. The only way you can get rid of them, they don't have the life jackets. The only way you can get rid of them is drown them in the water, okay? That's the only way to get rid of dust mites. Now, that I know of anyway. Now, where does dirty and unsafe house dust come from? Filth from the streets brought in the bottoms of shoes. Mark, in the course of our day, we walk through all kinds of stuff out here in the public. We walk, through parking lots where people clear their throats. We walk through parking lots where people spit you in the back. Did you go to work today? Unless you held it for 8 hours, you probably went to a public restroom, didn't you?
Yeah.
Think about all the germs, the viruses, bacteria, even hepatitis on the floor of that restroom. And did y'all take your shoes off before y'all came in today?
She won't think that, I didn't.
I didn't either, guys. See the things that we all walk through today? You know where a lot of them ended up, Tammy? A lot of them ended up in our home and we ended up breathing that stuff. Okay? I'm not trying to say that your house is filthy. So don't get mad at me and throw me out, okay? But Tammy, in all honesty, wouldn't you agree that part of this stuff underneath that light would have to be the filth that we brought in on our shoes through the years? I mean, it'd have to be, wouldn't it? A lot of people call that dust, but Tammy, I actually call it filth, if you think about it. And don't get me wrong, everybody's house has it, so I'm not saying your house is filthy, but it really is filth. Insects die in your carpet and upholstered fabrics. You ever found a dead fly laying in a windowsill? When you don't find them, guess what they eventually turn to, Tammy? They decompose and they turn to that, don't they? Okay? Pets bring in all kinds of nasty critters, something they've killed, the fleas, ticks, and other insects. Do y'all have any cats or dogs? Not in the house? Okay. A lot of that stuff gets in too. Even if you don't have pets, you walk where pets have been outside and it does end up in your home. Germ sick friends and neighbors visiting your home. You ever notice one family member gets sick? Mark, what happens?
Yeah, all my units get sick.
Pretty much everybody goes through the whole family. Tammy, the reason is germs can be passed from one person to another on these particles. If I sneeze, my germ could be transferred to you guys on one of those particles, and that actually spreads germs, okay, or spreads sicknesses. Pollutants blown with the open windows and doors. What's terrible in the spring? Turns our cars yellow.
Pollen.
Tammy, you gotta agree. Part of this has gotta be the pollen that got in this season, and last season, the season before, and the season before. It'd have to be, wouldn't it? Okay. Now, Mark, it says right here, Mother Nature uses rain to clean the outside air that we breathe. Tammy, how do we clean ourselves, our baby belongings? We use what? We use water. We wash anything that means anything to us. See, Mark? Every 24 hours, Mother Nature washes the air outside. Let me ask you this, Tammy. If I took my light and I shine my light outside, do you think we'd see anything underneath that light, Mark?
I don't know. Probably not.
You don't think so?
Maybe so. Yeah, but I see it outside.
Okay. What do you think, Tammy? He says yeah. You don't think so? Actually, I thought you would too, Mark. But actually, you don't. Think about this, Tammy. You walk outside on a bright sunny day. Isn't that sunlight brighter than my light? It is, isn't it? But you don't see all that stuff floating in front of your face outside, do you? In the bright sunlight, you don't. But have you ever seen that sunlight come through your window in your house?
Yeah.
What do you see? You see it, don't you? What do you do? Go close the blinds real quick? Because you don't look at it anymore. Still there, you just don't have to see it. Well, guys, the reason you don't see it outside is because every 24 hours, Tammy, Mother Nature washes the air with the dew, the fog, or the rain. Some type of moisture passes the air in 24 hours and cleanses the air. Tammy, what time of day does your outside smell like? In the morning, or maybe after a good rain?
Yeah.
Because Mother Nature just washed the air?
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all a stupid question, Tammy. I'm good at it. When's the last time it's rained here in y'all's house?
Never.
It's been a while, ain't it? Tammy, what are y'all doing to get that out of y'all's hair?
None of that.
Evidently.
Anything?
We're back.
You vacuum.
Yeah.
That's about it, ain't it? Okay? Now guys, there's only two ways you can get that out. One would be to go get a garden hose and spray your air down, okay? You're gonna ruin your walls, your furniture, floor, and you have a beautiful place, you're not gonna do that. But that's the way Mother Nature does it. She passes the water through the air. What Rainbow found a way to do, Tammy, is reverse the process. Instead of passing the water through the air, we pass the air through the water. It does the same thing, but it doesn't get anything else wet but the air, okay? And let me just show you how this works. I've got some water. I went ahead and got the water while you were calling. And let me ask you a question, Tammy. Mark, if that were in a glass out of you guys' cabinet up there, would y'all have any problem drinking that water? I got it right out of your sink. It's probably the same water y'all make tea and coffee with and cook with now, right, Tammy? All right. The Rainbow has two parts. The bottom part holds the water, and the top part holds the motor. Okay? And you fasten it together right here with these little latches. Okay? And let me just ask you a question, Tammy. Would you guys like to eliminate all of that with the flip of a switch?
Yeah.
Now you can. Let me show you how it works. What it does, takes all your dirty air right here in the front. See that? Yeah. Takes it right there in the front, Tammy. Mark. Takes it through a swirling bath of water we call the Rainbow Hurricane. Would you agree if something got sucked in there, Mark, it'd get wet? You would, wouldn't it? If the dust gets wet, Tammy, it stays. That's the idea behind the Rainbow. Wet dust doesn't fly. That's why when you wipe off your countertop, you use a wet rag instead of a dry rag. So it's going to stick to it. Okay? Get it loose. Fresh water wash there, straight out the back. Doesn't that smell fresh? Yeah. How much you feel the power? All our power, doesn't it? Mark, Tammy, how long did you say we had to run? Maybe a minute. Mark, would you drink that water now?
Oh, we're done.
Goodness, no.
In a minute.
That's natural.
That's unbelievable, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know that doctors tell us, Mark, it'd be better to drink that water with that dirt in it than we breathe the air that went in that water. Because if you drink it, it'll pass through your system. Tammy, if you breathe it, it goes to your lungs. What goes to your lungs ends up in your bloodstream. Okay? It causes allergy problems. Okay? Now, let me show you what we do at our house with our Rainbow, Tammy. We get our Rainbow out every day, and we let our Rainbow run just to clean the air. Okay? Just let it sit there and run. Won't hurt a thing. Run 20, 30, 45 minutes at a time. It won't run hot. Now this new Rainbow is the first Rainbow to ever have an actual air wash speed on it. You just put it on low speed and let it run.
It's all right.
It is on right now. You can let this Rainbow run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on this low speed, and it will purify the air inside your home. In fact, Tammy, the Rainbow is actually certified, and I didn't get my certificate out, but it's actually certified as an air purification system. Okay? It's the only vacuum cleaner on the market that I know of that is actually certified to purify the air inside your home. Okay? A company called AHEM certified the Rainbow as an official air purification system. Okay? And it tells you right here the smoke, the dust, and the pollen it removes from your home. Okay? Just let your Rainbow run. Okay? And you won't believe, but if you want to do a real quick air wash, pop it on your fast speed, let it run, you won't believe 20 minutes what a difference it'll make. Okay? Tammy? That really, really, really helps at our house. Okay? I've got real bad allergies. Mark, what I found is, because we run this and we keep this stuff out there, it's really good on my allergies. Because think about it, Tammy. If this stuff's not in the air, how am I going to breathe it? I'm not. And you know what my wife likes best about running the Rainbow to clean air? She hates to clean house and dust. You hate to dust?
I hate the dust.
You hate the dust? She has cut her dusting down. She does it one time every 3 times she used to have to do this. Okay? And again, think about it. If the stuff's not in the air, how's it going to land on your coffee table?
It's not.
It's not. Okay? People would run Rainbows dust one time every 3 times you dust. Okay? Because it's not floating in the air. Okay? And Mark, that really makes a big difference until somebody walks across the carpet again. And then guess what?
It's right back
The air's
there.
full again, ain't it?
Yeah.
Okay? So to keep it out of the air, what do we got to get it out of?
Carpet.
And I'll show you in a minute how the Rainbow does that. But before I do that, let me show you the little smellies. And you remember we had a couple of them we used in the Rainmate in the kitchen. Okay, let me show you how they work in the Rainbow. I'm going to put some different ones in. This is violet. Just add a right full of water there. Smell that? That's the violet. Smells good, don't it? Okay. This is pine. This smells like a Christmas tree. They sell a lot of this around Christmas time. Smells good, don't it? Got apple blossom too, it's a big seller. Know that? That's a big seller. Of course, this is the mulberry again. Know that one? Okay. You got the lemon, I got the orange, we got all of them here, okay? Now, show you what else you can do with your rainbow, okay? This right here is probably the best stuff that Rainbow makes right here, okay? It's called Rainbow Deodorizer Air Freshener. The difference between this and these is this actually has alcohol in it and triethylene glycol, which is a disinfectant. It's what doctors and hospitals use to disinfect and clean. This is like putting Lysol in your Rainbow. This actually kills germs and odors, okay? You ever cook fish, cabbage, broccoli?
Yeah, you want to cook fish in here.
She wants to keep fish in the house. I don't blame her. It's hard to get rid of, ain't it? But what do you cook that smells up your house? Salmon's bad, right? Or onions. You can get your rainbow out and put this right here in it, Timmy. It will actually eliminate the odor immediately. Okay? We'll get you smell good. Now that is just a good clean smell. Did either one of you guys smoke? No? Okay. I'll tell you what somebody told me they did with their rainbow one time. Okay? They said they put this right here. They went to a restaurant or something. They were around somebody smoking. You know how that is. You come out there and it's in your clothes.
Yeah.
You can't get that smell out. You can't. And like a coat that you don't want to have to take to the dry cleaners. You know, you can wash certain things, but certain things you don't want to take to dry cleaners. You can put your rainbow in the closet and let it run for about 5 minutes on high speed. With that right there in that water, it will actually eliminate the smell from your clothes.
Really?
Yes. Have y'all ever painted a room in your house?
Yeah, we just painted the whole room.
You know how it took a week, 2 weeks to get rid of the smell?
Yeah.
You can get the rainbow out, let it run in that room you just painted, it will eliminate the paint smell immediately. It's awesome, okay? Now, one more thing I want to show you. Remember eucalyptus oil that I showed you using the rainbow? Well, you can also put it in the rainbow, okay? I'll show you. Now, what you can do is put the rainbow in your bedroom and let it run all night with the eucalyptus in it. You're cleaning and purifying the air in your room, and that'd be good for your allergies. But it also vaporizes the bedroom, and you can use warm water in your rainbow, and it works a little better. The warm water seems to vaporize better. Okay. Now, Tammy, let me ask you: out of all the fragrances I showed you, what was your favorite?
Mulberry.
You like the mulberry the best? Mark, which one do you like?
Hey, y'all like that one too?
Like the mulberry?
Yeah.
Let me get back there and put it in. It does smell like great Kool-Aid, does it? Let me put it back in there. That's the one you'll smell the rest of the time I'm here doing on the rainbow for you. Okay? Is that mulberry? Okay? All right, guys. A little bit behind here in my book, but it says, now you can reduce dirty and unsafe dust indoors using the rainbow. Virtually all house dust is captured in a swirling bath of water, never returning to the air side of your home. Okay? Now, while removing the dust, you can also make your house smell good. And it says right here, finally, complete environmental cleanup for your entire home. You can aromatize, sanitize, deodorize, and do an air wash, actually, and vaporize. I left that off. Okay, now, Tammy, let me ask you. I haven't even showed you how the rainbow would vacuum it. But from what I've shown you, Mark, it'd be nice to have one. Okay, just from what I've showed you so far, okay? Now, it says right here to use traditional tools and methods to eliminate house dust are not effective. Which one of these tools here do y'all use when y'all clean your house? Or which tools does Mark use, Tammy? Does he do any cleaning?
No, sometimes he vacuums.
Sometimes he vacuums? Okay. Well, it says right here, you use most of those?
Yeah, and the duster.
Okay. And feather duster or dust cloth?
Dust cloth.
Dust cloth, okay. Well, it says right here, you're not eliminating the dust, Mark. You move much of your, you're not eliminating dust. You move much of it around, much of your effort's wasted. Let's look at your vacuum. Can I help you get your vacuum put on out real quick? What kind did you say y'all had?
It's got a dirt devil.
Dirt Devil, can I help you to get it? If you don't
Yeah,
mind.
it's in that closet right there.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Grab that
Dirt
for you real
Devil.
quick here. Got a Dirt Devil, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I've heard a lot of good things about Dirt Devil. Did you buy that down at Walmart?
Yeah, is that where you bought it for me?
Yeah.
Did you? Okay. All right, let me just show you a couple things here real quick. Tammy, the one thing I want to tell you is I'm not going to throw off on your vacuum cleaner. You've got a good vacuum here, okay? This is as good as any vacuum cleaner on the market because they're all pretty much the same, okay? They just have different names and different prices. But have y'all ever came home from work and sat down and studied your vacuum cleaner? Not hardly.
We don't have time.
I don't have time. Believe it or not, Mark, I have, because this is what I do for a living. Guys, It's a fact. And all vacuum cleaners have 4 basic parts, Mark. Now, it wouldn't matter again if this was a $2,000 vacuum cleaner, or if it were a $50 vacuum cleaner, Tammy. They're all the same. They have the same 4 basic parts. They all have to have an intake, a motor, a bag, and an exhaust. Mark, where's the intake out on this dirt that was? Where's the pour dirt in? Tammy, where's the motor? Somewhere under here? And where's your bag at? It's in here, isn't it? Okay, in your exhaust. Mark, do you have any idea where your machine blows the air back out?
I think it comes out the front here.
Probably right here. Let's just do this. Let me turn it on. We'll just feel, and that way we'll know. Feel that, Tammy? That's actually the exhaust right there on the dirt now. Feel it? Okay. All right, guys. It says right here that bags are porous and they leak. Mark, y'all know what porous means?
It's got like holes or something.
Got holes in it, right? A good example of something that's porous, Tammy's a coffee filter. Coffee filters have little tiny little holes in it that you might not be able to see, but you know the holes are in it because the water goes through it. Okay? But the holes are too small, Mark, to let the coffee grounds go through. Okay? Well, see, vacuum cleaner bags have to have holes in them too, Tammy. If they didn't, they would blow up and they would pop when you turn them on. Okay? Now you hope the holes are big enough to let the air go through, but small enough to keep what inside, Tammy? You want the dirt and the dust to stay inside the bag, right? Okay. Which was my next question. Where do you want the dirt to be, inside or outside the bag? Inside, right, Mark? It's a dumb question, ain't it? Okay. Look right here. See that, Tammy? How's it getting out? It's coming through the holes in the bag, isn't it? Okay. Now, Mark, Tammy?
Okay.
Okay, Mark, let me ask you a question. Have you guys ever noticed this filter in your machine?
Seen it in there.
Yeah. Not trying to be smart, but why do you think Dirt Devil Company would have put a filter behind the bag, Tammy? I bet they knew some stuff would get through those holes, didn't they, Mark?
Yeah.
Let's just see if anything's gotten on this filter. See how dirty it is? And the reason that that's dirty is because it got through the bag, right?
Yeah.
And let me ask you this, Mark, does that filter, does that have holes in it?
Yeah, sure.
It's got holes in it too, don't it?
Yeah.
Tammy, it's porous, okay? Now, put it back in here. Let me ask you one more question. Okay, we all gonna be sick. Let me ask you one more question. Tammy, why do you think Dirt Devil Company would have put a filter behind the bag? You think they knew some stuff to get through that filter?
Yeah.
Okay, and let's just see if this filter's dirty, Mark, it must have gotten through that filter, right? I'll take it all off. Can you see that, Tammy? See that?
It's everywhere on
Yeah. Let me ask you, does that have holes in it?
it. Yeah.
It does, don't it? Okay. Now, why did you put this in there?
Because I keep saying to be, it's vacuum.
Okay.
It's thing.
That was my next question. It says right here. It says right here, guys, that odors from the bag enter room while vacuuming. You ever notice an odor?
Yeah.
Is it pleasant or unpleasant?
It stinks.
It smells musty. What you're smelling, Tammy, is you're smelling bacteria. Bacteria multiplies in a warm, dark, and filthy place. Mark, where do y'all keep your vacuum?
Sitting in that
In the closet. Wouldn't you agree your closet's warm and dark?
Yeah.
I'm not saying your closet's filthy, Tammy, but wouldn't you agree the stuff inside the bag is? So see, that's a warm, dark, filthy place, isn't it, Mark? Perfect conditions for germs and bacteria to grow and multiply. In fact, it's like a little incubator for bacteria. You know what a sewing thimble is?
Yeah.
They said if you took a thimble and scooped a thimble full of dirt, just one scoop with a thimble, Tammy, a sewing thimble, just a scoop, and scooped it out of that bag, that one thimble full of vacuum cleaner dirt was demonstrated to contain 5 million what? Just one thimbleful, Mark, would contain 5 million germs. How many thimblefuls do you think we could get out of this bag right now?
Just got a couple of them.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what I tell everybody, Tam? In all honesty, you guys have 2 trash cans here in your house. One's in there in y'all's kitchen. You know where the other one is? That's a nasty, filthy place, Tammy. How often y'all change the kitchen garbage bag, Mark?
Every day.
Every day. If you don't, it starts what?
Starts smelling.
Start smelling bad, don't it? Guys, how often do you change your vacuum cleaner bag? Every couple of months, okay? Guys, would you ever leave a bag of garbage sitting in your kitchen for 2 months?
No.
There's no way, okay? That's the same thing. You leave a bag of garbage sitting in the closet in a machine, tied up, and it starts stinking. Then we pump air through it and wonder how come it smells bad. It's because you're smelling the bacteria that's growing inside the bag and the germs, okay? And don't get me wrong, we were doing the same thing before we saw the rainbow, okay? But it says right here, bacteria cause objectionable odors. Can I get you to help me out, Mark? You just stay right there. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'll tell you what, if you could just come up here, I'll be easier. I'll get you just sit down there in my chair, and I can get you to grab that light down there for me if you don't mind. slide this up here a little bit. And what I'm gonna get you to do is hold that light right up over this exhaust, just like that right there. Now, Tammy, you probably aren't gonna see a whole lot, but look right underneath that light, Mark, you're probably not gonna see a whole lot. We might see a little something, okay? You ready? Mark, is that cleaning or polluting? That's polluting, ain't it? Tammy, what are we doing now? Cleaning or polluting? We're cleaning now, aren't we? Thanks, Mark. That's unbelievable, isn't it? I've got real bad allergies. I'm in the wrong business, aren't I, Tammy? Mark, Tammy, let me ask y'all a question. Does that stuff blow out like that the whole time y'all vacuum, Tammy?
So,
What do you think, Mark?
Did I didn't.
You just can't what?
I can't see
It blows out, but Tammy, you just can't see it. Let me ask you this though. If I mounted my light on y'all's machine, or Mark, the whole time y'all vacuumed, you had to watch that filth blow out. Tammy, would you use this machine more often or less often? Do you think you'd use it at all?
probably not.
Oh, no. Mark, Tammy, let me ask y'all a question. Are we ever gonna get rid of this condition in our home using a bag vacuum?
Nothing's coming out like that.
Not if you're blowing it right back out. Guys, you're never gonna get rid of it. How long y'all lived here?
Thank you.
8 years. Mark, this is the same dirt that was here in 1996 when y'all moved in. You just keep recirculating it. Wouldn't it make more sense to get rid of it?
See it.
Yeah, it would. How much is it?
Well, hang on. The next thing I need to do, real quick, I hate to have you do this, Tammy, but I need you to vacuum with this machine now, okay? And we're gonna do it right over here at your doorway, right in the most heavily traveled area. If you don't mind, how often do you vacuum, Tammy?
At least 3 times, 4 times a week.
Do you really? Okay. All right. The average customer, average person actually vacuums about 1 time a week. So I'm not gonna have you vacuum 150 times, but I do need you to vacuum once a week, 52 weeks in a year. So I need you to take right here this area and vacuum 52 times with it. Let you hold on that. Let me get my hose. And I'll mark off a little area here for you to vacuum. If you could just vacuum right within that hose. And if you could vacuum 52 times for me. And Mark, would you count the 52 for as she vacuums?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be getting something hooked up while you do that, okay?
Okay.
How many is that, 10? 48, 9, 50. Thank you, Tam. All right, I'm gonna let you use the rainbow now, the same area, okay? Now, Mark, if I hook this hose straight into this rainbow, that dirt's gonna go right into that water. And it's gonna turn that water brown, and you ain't gonna really be able to see how much dirt we picked up. So what I wanna do, Tammy, is I'm gonna catch this dirt right here on these claws. I'm gonna put this little visualizer in here, and any dirt we suck up has to hit these 2 claws. In other words, it won't make it into the water, okay? That way I can show you better what I need to show you, so you see if there's any dirt left down in there, okay? And I'm gonna hook this right on here, and then I'm gonna need a little pigtail wire to connect my little plug. Now I want you to understand, you don't have to hook all this up normally. This is just for me to demo the machine for you, okay? So normally you wouldn't have to go to all this trouble. You just hook the rainbow into the hose right into the rainbow and go, okay? So I'm gonna let you back in the same area now with the rainbow. You ready? Just bring that hand right back. A little bigger now. Is that easier to push? Yeah. It is, ain't it? That's good. Just gonna have to seat there if you want to. Relax. You work hard all day.
52 times.
2 times. All right. Let me get you to hold this for me. First of all, you believe all that's still down in your carpet? Mark, Tammy, does that make you feel like you just wasted your time vacuuming, Tammy? And see, you vacuumed your carpet for an entire year. An entire year. And look what your machine didn't get out. Okay? Now, the worst part about this sand and grit, or the worst part about this dirt is the sand and grit. Okay? Now, if you'll look right there, Tammy, feel that for me. What's that feel like to you guys? Feel that, Mark. What's that feel like?
Sand.
Feel like sand on it.
Yeah.
You know they glue that stuff down to paper, and you know what they make out of that, Tammy? Sandpaper, that's right. Now what's sandpaper used for? It's
Cut.
for cutting. Yeah. See, every grain of sand has cutting edges on it, edges on it, if I get out, like a diamond. Okay? And what it does, it cuts. Okay? Imagine if I take a step across your carpet. Mark, every time I take a step across your carpet, I'm pushing 150 pounds of pressure, pushing sand against the carpet. You know what that does to your carpet? Eventually, Tammy? It wears it out. Okay? And you can look right here at the carpet fiber. See that? You know what that is? That's your carpet fiber. Okay, that the sand and grit's cut. Okay, let me show you something with this bottle right here. I've got a smooth eucalyptus bottle there. Mark, you see it's smooth as it can be, right, Tammy? Okay. Now watch what happens to it when we put it down in this bowl. Now feel it. What did it do to the bottle, Tammy? It cut it, didn't it? Okay. See, every grain of sand has cutting edges on it, like a diamond. It'll cut. Okay. And so what that does is that causes your carpet to wear out and get cut, especially right over there at the doorway where you walk. Tammy, look over there at y'all's doorway. See that pathway it's starting to develop? Look right here, Tammy, in front of your couch. You know what's causing that, Mark? That sand and grit. Tammy, if you'll get this sand and grit out of your carpet, these pathways won't get any worse. But Mark, if y'all leave this sand and grit down in your carpet, they're only going to get worse, and you're going to have to replace your carpet. All right? Now, this is what your machine would have picked up if you're using a bag-top vacuum. And this is what would have blown through the holes in the bag and blown back out in the air. This is what got through the bag and blew back out in the air. Of course, you saw a while ago when we held the line on your machine, there's stuff blowing out. But see, a bag can't catch all the dust, small dirt particles, or small dust particles, okay? Now, thank you. Now, Mark, if you're like me, when I first saw that, I thought, well, how come my machine didn't get that dirt up? Okay? Well, Tammy, I want to go ahead and tell you, it's not because you don't have a good machine. You've got an excellent vacuum cleaner. The problem is your vacuum cleaner has a problem in it, and the problem is it uses a bag. Okay? And let me show you the problem with the bag. Okay? To do that, I'm going to need y'all to help me out. Now, Mark, do y'all have any idea how much your vacuum cleaner bags cost for your Dirt Devil?
Probably what, about $1.50 a piece or something like
Maybe
that.
$1.50 a piece.
Yeah.
Something like that. Okay. Tammy, can I get you to come up here and just vacuum with this real quick? Okay. I'm going to hand you the stack of bags, Mark. And every time I ask you for a bag, I'm asking you for $1.50.
Okay.
Okay? So we got $1.50 right here. And what I'm going to do, Tammy, is I'm going to put this right on the end of the hose. I'm going to just change these cloths over and over and over and over. Okay? All right, I'll let you just vacuum it. You ready? Hang on, Tammy. I'll have to vacuum several times. See all that? I need another $1.50 more.
Good.
You get her clean more.
The problem's not her. The problem is your machine. I'll show you what's happening here in a second. That tank. Same area. Mark, I need another $1.50. Same area, Tammy. That's unbelievable, ain't it, Mark? Another $1.50.
That's what I was saying.
Tammy, how often do you vacuum really 3 times a week?
I tried.
Do you really? Well, with all those kids, you probably have to, don't you? Same area, guys. That's unbelievable, isn't it? Another $1.50. We've spent, right now, 5 times $1.50. What's that?
$6.
At least $6, $6, $7, right? explain to you what's happening, Tammy. Hang on just a second. Let me explain what's happening, why we have to keep changing these bags. Mark, when we put a clean bag in, the holes in the bag are open. There's holes, and air can flow through the holes. But watch what happens when you start vacuuming. After just a couple seconds to the bag, Tammy, go ahead and hit that is after a few seconds of vacuuming, now look at the holes, Mark. See, they're clogged up. See, Tammy, no air can flow through those holes anymore, okay? That's why you have to keep changing these bags. Because once you get a thin coating of dust on the inside of the vacuum cleaner bag, it robs you of what's called airflow. And when you don't have airflow, your machine can't pick up any more dirt, okay? That's why I have to keep changing these bags every so often, okay? Now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got to do 10 of these. My boss told me I had to do 10. Okay? So let me pull a few more here. Any help when y'all change your vacuum cleaner bag? About once a month. See, Tammy, each one of these vacuum cleaner bags that I'm pulling here represents a different month. In other words, you only change your bag once a month. After 15 minutes of using a bag-top vacuum, Mark, they found, a university did research and found that after 15 minutes, Tammy, all bag vacuum cleaners lose about half their cleaning efficiency in the first 15 minutes you vacuum because the holes in the bag block up. After 15 minutes. Now, you change your bag how often? Once a month. But your vacuum cleaner bag stops up halfway the first 15 minutes you vacuum with the clean bag. So you vacuum good for 15 minutes. The rest of the month, you're vacuuming with a clogged up bag. Okay? I want to show you what happens when you vacuum with a clogged up bag, Tammy. This time we're going to vacuum twice as long. Logic tells us if we vacuum twice as long, Tammy, you're going to get what? Twice as much dirt. So let's see if that's true. Unless you vacuum twice as long. Twice as long? About twice as long? All right, Tammy, we should have twice the dirt, right? Mark, do we have twice the dirt?
No.
No. The reason we don't have twice the dirt, guys, is because once the holes in the bag become clogged, Mark, what was she doing?
Yeah.
She stood there vacuuming. What were you doing, Tammy, once the holes in the bag became clogged? Right. And remember, after 15 minutes, all bag-type vacuum cleaners lose half their cleaning efficiency in 15 minutes. You can barely get done with one room, Tammy. By the time you get to your hallway, your little girl's bedroom, you've already lost half your cleaning ability. Not because the bag fills up, Mark, but because it clogs up. Okay. Now, let me do one more time. I want to show you one more thing here, because you can really hear the difference. I'm going to put a clean bag in, and Timmy, when you start vacuuming, notice how the motor changes pitch after you vacuum a little longer. You tell how the motor's starting to rev up?
Yeah, it's getting louder.
It's getting louder, isn't it? What's happening to the bag right now, Tammy? The motor's working harder. What's happening to the bag? It's stopped up, isn't it? You know, right now, she's not cleaning. It looks like she's cleaning. It feels like she's cleaning, but she's not cleaning because the holes in the bag are clogged up. Okay? Now this time we're going to do something a little different. We're going to vacuum in one spot. Tammy, we're not going to use any bags. Okay? Mark, can I get you to help me? Can I get you to come over here and stand? Right there with your feet about maybe 4 inches apart. A little closer. Yeah, okay. And let her push that power nozzle right up against your toes. Okay? And don't move it even a fraction of an inch if you could, Tammy. And I want to show you what happens. Just gonna pull it through. All right, what we're doing right now, we're going vacuum for 60 seconds, okay? But what we're doing right now, Tammy, is we have no bags or no filters. See, there's nothing in the rainbow to clog up. So what we're doing, Mark, so like we're using a clean bag here in this one spot the whole 60 seconds, okay? So you don't lose your cleaning efficiency after 15 minutes like with a bag vacuum with a rainbow because there's no bags to clog up. See what I'm saying? So then it's like you're using a clean bag in this room, your hallway, your bedroom, every time you vacuum, and eventually you can get the dirt out of your closet, okay? Give about another 25 seconds. And see, another good thing, guys, is what goes into that water stays in that water. You don't have part of it blowing out, it all stays in that water.
Smells better, too.
It smells better. Maybe you be sure, don't you move that fraction of an inch, okay? That's 60 seconds. Let me show you what's left down in that carpet now. You get it 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you, Mark. One more Tammy out. Guys, how long y'all had your Dirt Devil?
About 3 years.
3 years. Tammy, this is what your Dirt Devil was able to do for you in 3 years. This is what Rainbow was able to do in 60 seconds. Tammy, Mark, which one makes more sense, the water or the bag?
The water.
The water does, doesn't it? Okay? Because there's no bags, there's no filters, there's nothing to clog up. The Rainbow cleans with 100% efficiency all the time, every time. And you know what can eventually happen, Tammy? You can eventually get all the dirt out of your carpet. But let me ask you a question. You ever gonna get all the dirt out of your carpet, Mark, using a clean bag once in August, once in September, once in October, once in November, once in December, once in January, February, March? See, what's happening, Tammy, is it's being brought in quicker than that. It builds up the bottom of your carpet. Because remember, only with a clean bag for 15 minutes does your machine actually work good. This next part of the presentation, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a mini vac. Now, the point of the last part of the presentation was, it's called the 60-second test, and the point of that is to show the customer that bags clog up. And we did that through pulling 10 test pads and laying the dirt out and then pushing the power nozzle against their feet and letting it run in the same spot for 60 seconds and show them that there is no dirt left down in the carpet after the Rainbow because it doesn't have bags or filters to clog up. This mini vac you would do in place of the 60-second test part of the demonstration. You don't do both parts. In other words, you don't do the 60-second test and this part I'm getting ready to do the mini vac. You don't do both. You either do one or the other. The point's the same, and we probably trained you to do the 60-second test in initial training, but in advanced training, we're going to teach you to do the mini vac in place of the 60-second test, but never do both in the same house. You'll be there all night. So let's go do the mini vac. Okay. Now, Mark, Tammy, you guys are probably like me. You're probably wondering why my machine didn't get that dirt up. Right? I mean, you vacuumed for an entire year, and it didn't get that dirt up. Okay? Guys, it's not because you don't have a good machine. You've got an excellent machine. Your machine has a problem, though, Tammy. Let me show you what the problem is. First of all, y'all's vacuum cleaner died today. Mark, Tammy, you had to go uptown and buy another vacuum cleaner. What would you want that vacuum cleaner to have a lot of to really pick up the dirt? You want to have a lot of what?
Power.
What kind of power? Starts with an S.
Suction.
Suction power, right? Tammy, let me just let you see here. The Rainbow definitely has good suction, okay? Feel it. It's got plenty of suction, Mark. Feel that? Feel that, Tammy? Got plenty of suction. What I want to talk to you about is something that no other vacuum cleaner company ever talks to you about, Tammy. It's something called airflow. If you would listen to the noise you hear when we stick our fingers down here, okay? You hear that? Hear that, Mark? What do you feel going by your finger? Air. Tammy, you feel that? What do you feel going by your finger? Air. See, guys, that's suction and this is airflow. Two separate things. Suction, airflow. Two separate things. Now, you've always heard like I have, Tammy. The more dirt, or excuse me, the more suction you have, the more dirt you'll pick up, right?
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question here. If suction's what picks up, we'll put this cloth right in here. If suction's what picks up, when I turn this Rainbow on, where's that cloth going to go, Tammy? Should suck it up, right, Martin? Okay. See guys, we have plenty of suction, don't we? Yeah. But Mark, what cannot get in there? Air. It can't get air, can it, Tammy? Look what happens when we get a little bit of airflow. Starts to move, doesn't it? When you get a lot of air, it goes. So Mark, which one just picked the cloth up? Was it the suction or was it airflow? It was airflow, wasn't it? Actually, it was both, but you definitely have to have airflow, right, Tammy? Now, I want to get you to hold your hand flat out, Tammy. And I want you to pretend this is a piece of dirt in your carpet. Now, Tammy, if there's any dirt here, how come I don't see it? Where is it? Down in the carpet, isn't it? But Mark, when you vacuum with your vacuum cleaner, aren't you vacuuming on the top?
Yeah.
Okay. So pretend this is a vacuum cleaner coming across the surface of the carpet, and that's a piece of dirt way down in the bottom, Tammy. As I get across the piece of dirt, you're going to see three things happen. You're gonna see the corners flicker. Mark, or Tim, you gonna feel a breeze, sorry. And as you get right up over the piece of dirt, that dirt's gonna go right with that airflow right to that machine. So just tell me if you don't feel that, okay? See it moving down the corners, Mark? You feel the breeze, Tammy? Watch what happens you get across the piece of dirt, guys. So what came underneath the coffin? If I start backing y'all's carpet, what has to get down underneath the little pieces of dirt?
There.
Air does. Moving air moves dirt. Tammy, pretend it's fall and the leaves are on the ground and the wind is not blowing. What are the leaves going to do? There's no airflow. But what if the wind's blowing to the east? Which way's the wind going to go? Which way the air leaves going to go? With the wind to the east, right? Same thing. The dirt gets caught up with the wind and is pulled into the machine. Okay. Now that y'all understand that moving air moves dirt, what I want to do is build a miniature scale model of your dirt devil. Okay. You know, we said earlier that all backcounters have to have 4 basic parts. They'll have to have an intake, a motor, bag, and exhaust, right? Real quick here, Tammy. We're going to make a little mini vacuum cleaner bag. Vacuum cleaner, excuse me. Sorry. Okay. We're going to build a mini dirt devil. Okay. This is going to represent our dirt devil intake. Okay. I want you to pretend that R is a DD for dirt devil. So a little dirt devil intake. Okay. What's the second thing we need, Mark? The motor?
Yeah.
We're going to use the rainbow motor to represent your dirt devil motor. Because to be honest with you, Mark, a backcountry motor is a backcountry motor is a backcountry motor. Tammy, they're all the same. They all pull air. That's all a backcountry motor does. Okay. So pretend that E is a DD for dirt devil. It's got little devil's tail on it. Okay. Third thing we got to have, Tammy, is what? Got to have a bag, right? Okay. We're going to put our bag right here on the end, and we're going to make our bag about 1 inch deep or about a knuckle deep. Inch deep or knuckle deep backcountry bag. Wouldn't you agree? Now I know your bag on your dirt devil is about that big. My bag's only that big, but it's going to serve the exact same purpose. Okay. And I'm going to put my little tool on right here. So we have intake, a motor, and our bag. What's the fourth thing we need, Mark?
Exhaust.
And we know what gets through the holes in the bag, blow back out the exhaust, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So this is going to be the exhaust. And Tammy, I'm just going to see if anything comes out the exhaust. Okay, so right now we have an intake, a motor, a bag, and exhaust. Okay, now Tammy, Mark, who does the vacuum?
She does.
Tammy, you do? Okay. Tammy, I'm going to build you. Now I'm not trying to say you're all washed up, but these cloths are going to represent you. Okay? They're going to represent your lungs, actually. Okay? See, your lungs are wet and they're inside your body, and everything you breathe goes down to your lungs. And we're going to put your lungs right back here on the back, and we're going to see what you're breathing when you use your bag top vacuum in your home. Okay? Because you showed you earlier what blows out. Now we're also going to put the lung of someone using a rainbow. Didn't you say
Well,
somebody has a rainbow?
Dale involved.
Right. This is what Dale and Patty breathe in. Let me use this. This is their lungs. Okay. We put it on the back of the machine. Yeah, Dale don't vacuum, does it? Yeah, I know it. All right. That's what she's saying. All right, guys. Right now we have a brand new bag in our dirt devil. Who changes the bag on y'all's vacuum cleaner? You do. You just put a brand new bag in it, Tammy. What does Mark do?
He buys it.
He buys it. Okay. Well, that's a fair deal, isn't it? I guess. Okay. Let me just show you here. I'm gonna got a brand new bag in our dirt devil. Okay. Let's just see, Tammy, that with a brand new bag, you got plenty of suction. Okay. Hold your arm out, Mark. Let you feel the suction. You got plenty of suction. Tammy, feel this. Got plenty of suction. Okay. We also have plenty of this stuff. What we say that was airflow. Now, instead of us using our fingers, we're going to use a harmonica. Okay. The way a harmonica works is air passes through it and they vibrate and they make a sound. So you can tell we have air flowing through the harmonica or airflow, right? So you're going to be airflow, Mark. So we have good suction and we have good what? Airflow. Now, Tammy, all that's with what a clean bag. Watch what happens though when you get. Well, see, one more thing. We need airflow. Got airflow. Got suction. Put your hand out. Tim, this is a piece of dirt. You're going to be cleaning the building. Okay, why'd you buy your vacuum cleaner? To do what? To pick up. Okay, so let's see if it picks up good. So we know what a clean bag is. We have good suction. We know we have good airflow. Let's see if we have good cleaning ability. We do, right? Now, Tammy, watch what happens when you get a little dirt down in this bag. Okay? Can I get you to count to 15 for me? Let me fasten that cushion. Great. All right, guys. Tell you what. Guys, right now, we no longer have a clean bag in our Dirt Devil. We have a dirty bag. Mark, I'll let you see what a dirty bag. You still have plenty of suction. Hold your arm out, Tammy. Let you feel the suction. Still got plenty of suction. Still got plenty of suction. So let me ask you a question, Tammy. Is it gonna pick that cloth up? It is, isn't it? Let's see. Won't even lift the cloth anymore, Tammy. What happened? So we still have good suction. Well, let's check our airflow. Did you break my harmonica? You didn't break my harmonica. Tammy, what did we lose? We lost our airflow. But we still have good suction, okay? Remember earlier you guys told me it wasn't the amount of suction that we had to pick things up? What did we have to have? Airflow. We lost our airflow. Now why do you think we lost our airflow? What do you think happened?
Bags full.
Bags full? Is that what you think, Tammy? Okay. Every time I show the rainbow, guys, everybody always says the bag's full. Tammy, I've been doing rainbow for many years, and guess what? This bag's never gotten full, ever. If it's full here, it'll be the first time ever. It's not full, okay? If you'll look down in that bag, Tammy, I can stick my whole finger down in that bag. Mark, is that bag anywhere near full?
No.
It's nowhere near full, is it, Tammy? But if you'll look down there at those holes, what's wrong with the holes? See that, Mark? What's wrong with the holes? They're clogged up, aren't they? Let me ask you a question. How much air can flow through those holes? How much airflow do you have? And without airflow, you can't do what, Damon? You can't pick a thing up, okay? Now, a university did research on over 300 different brands of bag-type vacuum cleaners. And do you know what they found? They found it after 15 minutes of using a clean bag. All bag and filter tap vacuum cleaners on the market lose 45 to 50% of their cleaning efficiency the first 15 minutes you vacuum. And you know what I'm saying? Is if y'all put a clean bag in that machine right there, and you vacuum this room, do you realize by the time you get to your hallway, your kid's bedroom, you've already lost half your cleaning efficiency? Tammy, it's not because the bag's full, it's because it's clogged up, okay? Now, Tammy, most people tell me they change their bag about once a month. How often would you say you change yours? Not once a month. And I appreciate you being honest with me, but Tammy, what you just told me is in all honesty, is y'all vacuum your home good one time a month. 12 times a year, Tammy, your home gets vacuumed good. Tammy, again, you could put a clean bag in that dirt now, and you could vacuum this room. By the time you got your hallway, your little girl's bedroom, you've already lost half your cleaning. Then you're going to keep using that same stopped up bag how long more? That's why I'm going to get a ton of dirt out of y'all's carpet tonight. I don't want you to be embarrassed and think, gosh, she probably thinks I'm a terrible housekeeper. Tammy, I can look around and tell you care. The problem is after 15 minutes, your machine stops working because the bag becomes clogged. Okay? Tammy, you can barely get done with one room before you lost half your cleaning efficiency. Okay? You can see right here. The amount of dirt. Just not one cushion. Okay? Guys, I'm going to do this one more time. This time, I want you to listen to the motor when I'm vacuuming. Okay, I'm going to vacuum this carpet area right here. Okay, listen to the motor, Tammy. When I start vacuuming, see with a clean bag, we got good suction. We have good airflow, right? Let's check our cleaning efficiency. And we have good cleaning efficiency, right? Again, watch what happens though when we get dirt down in the bag, okay? And listen to the motor when I start vacuuming, Tammy. Listen what happens. Here it changed pitch, Mark.
Yeah.
What's happening to the bag?
Clogged up.
Get clogged up in it, Tammy. You know right now, I'm working just as hard as I was a while ago when it was actually working, when it was cleaning. I'm working just as hard. This machine is using more of y'all's electricity because it's having to work harder, having to run harder. And guess what we're not doing, Tammy? We're not picking a thing up, are we? But if I didn't know any better, I'd think, gosh, I got a good vacuum. It's still got plenty of suction, and I'd keep going with you. But it won't even pick the cloth up, Tammy, because we lost our what, Mark? Our airflow. After 15 minutes, guys, all bag-type vacuum cleaners lose half their cleaning efficiency. Not because the bag fills up, but because it does what, Tammy? It stops up. Now, Mark, knowing this is stopped up, If I put this back together right now, knowing it's stopped up, and I vacuumed 1,000 times across that couch cushion, what would I be doing, Tammy? Be wasting what? Be wasting my time with it. What do I hear, Mark? If I vacuum down here, what would I be doing?
You're wasting your time.
What if we're going to start vacuuming your curtains, Tammy? What would I be doing? Guys, if y'all continue to use a bag top vacuum, what are you doing?
Wasting your time.
Okay, not because the bag fills up, but because it clogs in 15 minutes, okay? Now, not only that, but Mark, about half of what you did pick up, guess what? Blew back out. Now guess what you gotta do, Tammy? You got dust. Okay, now who was this? This was you, remember? This was your lungs, okay? You hold your breath or you breathe while you vacuum. And who's standing right over the dirt devil the whole time it's running? Look what you're breathing the whole time you're standing right on top of your machine. Okay, how long does it take you to vacuum? 30 minutes? You breathe that for 30 minutes, okay? Now, my boss man told me, Mark, I couldn't take anything out of y'all's house that I didn't bring in your house with me, okay? So I have got to give you your dirt back, and don't get mad at me, Tammy. I will get it up, I promise. And I've got to give you your dirt right back here,
Yeah.
okay?
Oh, goodness.
Okay, I'll get that up for you in a minute, straight up, okay? I want to prove a point here, though. I'm going to put another clean bag on. Tammy, would you do me a favor and let me know when that looks clean? Clean? Tammy, where'd all that dirt go? In the bag, didn't it? You look though, Tammy, nothing at all went in the bag. Did you notice that I didn't even have the other hose of the machine, the hose hooked up?
Where'd it go?
Could have done the same thing with my hand, Tammy. Where'd the dirt go? Went down in the carpet. See, I was proving a point. After 15 minutes, Mark, of using a bag top vacuum, you lose your airflow. The only thing those machines do from then on, Tammy, is beat the dirt down in your carpet. You know what, Mark? If I didn't know any better, I'd look at my carpet and think it's clean, and put my vacuum under the closet and think, gee, I got a good vacuum cleaner. Man, it's great. Look how clean my carpet is. But guys, is that piece of carpet clean? It just looks clean, don't it? Have you ever been around when old carpet's been ripped up?
Yeah.
What's always under it?
It's man's dirt.
Sand and
all
grit.
that stuff,
Because whoever lived there, Tammy, used a bag top vacuum, and after 15 minutes, you know what they do? They just beat the dirt further down in the carpet, okay? Now, Tammy, I'm gonna get that dirt up. I wouldn't leave that dirt in there. I wouldn't rub it in and not get it out. This time, though, we're gonna use the rainbow the way it's meant to be used. No bags, no filters, okay? We're gonna clean with 100% efficiency, okay? You see, Tammy? We're starting to get dirt in that water, okay? It's starting to get brown, isn't it? And it doesn't matter, Mark. The beautiful part about a rainbow is this. What you start with is what you finish with. Tammy, I can sit here and vacuum all day long. Wouldn't make any difference. What I start with is what I finish with. You can't clog the water up. It's going to clean with 100% efficiency all the time. And you see, even with muddy water, we still got good suction, we still got good airflow, and we still got all the same cleaning ability. Mark, can I get you later in there? Tammy, the only way you can make a rainbow lose its airflow is to do what? Because see, there's no holes in here to clog up. There's no bags, no filters. Nothing to clog up like there is on a bag top sweeper. Plus, what goes into the rainbow stays in the rainbow. Now, this is what the vacuum cleaner industry calls clean air, and this is what rainbow calls clean air. Which would you rather you and your kids breathe? Mark? You'd rather? Now, one more thing. I know whenever I first saw this, and they told me, and I'm a little bit behind in my book, so let me just catch up. This is where I had you vacuum feed 2 times. You already did that. This is where I talked to you about how bags clog up. We just did that. It says right here that dirt and grit's carpet's #1 enemy. Each vacuum cleaner bag thrown away contains $8 to $9 in cut carpet fibers on an average, okay? I know whenever I saw and I heard that bags clog up in 15 minutes, you know what I was thinking? If my machine stops working after 15 minutes, why does my bag fill up? Does that make sense? If my machine really stops working in 15 minutes, then why does my bag actually fill up? It seems like it wouldn't fill up, right? Okay. Can I have your bag out of your vacuum? What you gonna do with it? I'm gonna show you something you won't believe. Would you mind? Okay. You've been in there for more than 15 minutes, right?
Yeah.
you need to change it or it's clogged up. Okay?
Yeah.
You're not cleaning with it anyway, okay? Can I have it? Okay, great. All right, let me show you something here, guys. You ain't gonna believe it. Now, you said I could have it, right?
Yeah.
That means if I find any diamonds or anything like that, I can have them, right?
I did lose a penny.
You did lose a penny? Okay. Tell you what, Tammy, this just blew us away when we saw this part of the demo. We couldn't believe this. Tammy, let me ask you a question. What's in this bag? Dirt. We think it's in this bag.
What dirt? Yeah.
Would it blow you away if you knew there wasn't any dirt in this bag hardly at all?
Yeah.
There's not hardly any dirt in this bag though. Let me show you why. Tammy, if you look right here, I'll clean up any mess I make, I promise you.
Oh my goodness.
Happy birthday party.
Tammy, Mark, if you'll look here. Look at that bag. What does that look like to you right there? It's light, it's fluffy, and it's the color of your carpet. What do you think that is?
Got my carpet?
That's your carpet, Tammy.
Oh my goodness.
Okay? All of that is your carpet. Mark, remember the dirt we said we wouldn't find much of? There's all the dirt right there that's in your bag. Let me explain to you why. If you look at the holes in the bag, Tammy, what's wrong with those holes? They're stopped up, aren't they? Remember we talked about bags clog up in 15 minutes? Mark, once this bag became clogged, after 15 minutes, the only thing your machine would pick up was light, fluffy stuff. Stuff that's on the top of your carpet, stuff that's real lightweight. You know what it'll pick up? Your carpet. It didn't have enough airflow anymore to go down real deep in the carpet and pull the heavy sand and grit up. In all honesty, your machine is getting the carpet out of the dirt, not the dirt out of the carpet. Okay? Any dirt that was in this bag, Mark, if you can answer this, you ought to sell rainbows. Any dirt that was in this bag, y'all, was picked up when it was new. That's right. You ought to definitely sell rainbows. Y'all ought to come down and do this, okay? That's right. Any dirt that was in this bag was picked up in the first 15 minutes. Tammy, after that first 15 minutes, the only thing your machine would pick up is a light, fluffy carpet that the sand and grit's cutting loose, okay? Now, I'm going to ask y'all a question. Which one of you guys gets up in the morning with the water and the carpet seats and waters and let those new carpet seat out? Who does that?
Nobody.
It ain't going to grow back, is it, Tammy? Your carpet's giving you all it's got. And it's like I tell everybody, if you wear your pants out at the knees, if I wear my pants out at the knees, what am I going to have to do, Mark? I'm not going to patch them. I'm going to buy a whole new pair of pants, okay? Tammy, if you wear your carpet out the doorways, pathways, and traffic is right in front of this couch, what are you going to have to do? Replace the whole room. You can't just replace these areas, okay? Mark and Tammy, whether y'all buy a rainbow from me or not, to be honest with you, one room apart costs more than that rainbow. It's an investment to protect your carpet. One room of carpet costs more than that rainbow. It's an investment, okay? Now, slide this off the side, and I will pick my mess up before I leave, I promise you. Tammy, can I borrow that? About 3 of those cushions right there. Show you something real neat here you can do with just on the plastic bag. You like that Mulberry the best?
Yeah, I do.
Let me revamp that. Just a second. Show you how to make these cushions sound like Mulberry. I need you to help me, Tim. I need you to hold this bag shut for me. Show you something real neat you can do with the rainbow. something. Put that out, Mark. Vacuum pack your cushions, okay? And what I'm gonna do, what you're doing is you're breaking all the dirt loose. I'm gonna show you how to take a bucket full of fresh water washed air, okay? Do that one more time. Like to do it twice and break the dirt loose real good. Now, see what you do to those cushions now. See how to clean it real good. Rainbow's got a tool. It don't come with the Rainbow. It's called Rainbow Mate. It's a motorized power head like you're using on your carpet, but you use it only on your furniture. Use it on your carpeted steps. Use it on your mattress. In a small area like that. Okay? See how to clean. Use my visualizer again here real quick. Two more black claws. Remember, you don't use this during your, when you use the Rainbow. I'm just doing it for my demonstration purpose, okay? You wouldn't have to hook all this up. And one lady, she said, that's just so complicated. You understand, this is not part of the Rainbow, okay? Just for me to show you the machine. Okay, if I find another wire. The Rainbow Mate. It's pretty neat. See here. So basically a motorized power head, just like it's a smaller tool for your furniture. Okay? Show you how it works. Just throw it right here on the handle to your hose. You don't have to hook your wands on. Just throw it right onto your handle. Wrap this little wire around, get it out of the way. You're ready to roll. It only runs when you pull the trigger, just like the other one did on the carpet. Okay? And let's just vacuum the first time. Back in one of those. Good for pet hair, takes the pet hair off. It's also good for mattresses. I know y'all have some carpeted steps. That'd be great for your carpeted steps. Back to the rest of your couch up there. I use that in the boat. Yeah, it's good in the boat. You know what works best in? Trailblazers. I don't know why.
Really?
Y'all know Trailblazers.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, let me show you this. But this Rainbow Mate, Tammy, okay, the way you get this is by getting two people to look at a rainbow. Just two people. And you get this free. Okay, this retails for $100. You get it for free with two people. Okay?
That's two more.
If you wanted the little rain mates, little air fresheners, it'd be two more. Or you can just use those names we got there for that.
Okay.
Okay. But what it does is it fluffs your cushions back up so much better too. But look how much dirt you got off that cushion.
Mm.
Isn't that unbelievable, guys? It's unreal.
As much as you clean, you wouldn't think that was there.
Now, let me show you all the standard attachments that do come with the Rainbow. It comes with a bunch of standard attachments. This is the first one I want to show you right here. It's a small one for your upholstery. And if you'll notice, it's got little notches in it. Okay, let me show you something about those notches. Have you ever, you've got a piece like this with your vacuum, right? Similar. Looks more like this.
Yeah.
Have you ever been using a vacuum, Tammy? You get out here to vacuum and it sticks.
Yeah.
How much cleaner are you doing, Mark, if it sticks? Because it can't get any airflow, so how much cleaner are you doing?
No.
No. Okay, because it can't get airflow. And which one cleans, Tammy? Suction or airflow? Airflow, right. Okay. So they thought of everything with the Rainbow, and they put this little shoe on it. So now it can get what? airflow, which is what you need to clean, right? Okay, so let me get you back in, maybe the cushion you're sitting on. You'll get your whole couch clean before the end of the day. This thing's all clogged up, I need to change it. Tammy, do y'all walk on y'all's furniture?
We don't.
You don't, do you? Okay. How do you think all that dirt got up there? You know, a lot of people think some of it comes off their clothes or out of the air. But would you believe the majority of this? Remember while we were vacuuming a while ago with your vacuum cleaner, remember what was blowing out in front of it? From the looks of this, can you tell where it's landing? A lot of this blew out of your vacuum. Okay? Now, Tammy, I'm not trying to be smart. Mark, I'm not trying to be smart. But before I got here, did y'all know that was in that can?
No, no.
Mark, now that you know it's there, you wouldn't want to leave it there, would you? Tammy, how you gonna get it out with a suction or? Can you have airflow in the back top vacuum? About 15 minutes, right? Okay. This is the upholstery brush. Also great for you doing your curtains. I'll show you this. When you do your curtains, you open up that little hole right there. It loses its airflow, and it won't suck the curtains off the wall. It'll just lightly dust the curtains. So open up that little hole so it don't suck the curtains off the wall. Another thing you can do here, you can do all your dusting with the rainbow. All right. I noticed your lampshade in there. Let me let you vacuum that lampshade. Let me put another cloth on here real quick. There's a black cloth on here. You ever vacuum lampshades?
Yeah.
Do you?
You must think so.
Okay. Just off that one lampshade, guys, look. That's unbelievable. Y'all walk on your lampshade?
No, sir.
How do you think all that dirt got up there, Mark?
That
Blew out your dirt down, did it?
Yeah.
Okay. This is also great for doing your tabletops. Tell you what, let's do this vacuum off your TV screen. Mini blinds. I'll tell you what, you get that mini blind behind you. That'd be the easiest. Reach it. Turn them on one way, do the whole side, turn them on the other way, teach them how to take them down, take them outside and hose them down. Yeah, see, that's a lot of work. You got tons of little blades there.
Oh.
That's something. And I know you don't walk on your mini blinds. How'd that dirt get up there, Tammy? Blew out of what?
I don't know.
Blew your dirt down, didn't it? That's right. Okay. Let me ask you this, just a question. You have a piece like this with your vacuum. You do, don't you? Think about this. If you're using it to dust, what are you trying to suck off from whatever you're vacuuming? What's blowing out that anyway? Kind of makes you wonder why they even bother with this, doesn't it? Okay. But now, this tool, with any other vacuum cleaner anyway, but this tool right here, everybody has a crevice tool with their vacuum. Okay, you ever been vacuuming and it sticks, Mark?
Yeah.
How much cleaner are you doing?
None.
Because it can't get any what?
That's right.
And which one cleans, Tammy? Suction or airflow?
Airflow.
Okay, all right. You're going to be tired of hearing about airflow by the time I leave, right? But let me just show you. Put this cloth on right here. Let's hit your baseboard. You won't believe the baseboard, okay? Baseboard is right over here. Right down between the wood and the carpet. It's that one string. By the way, I never did point out, but it's got notches. It's got grooves. So guess what it won't ever do, Mark?
It's not gonna stick.
It's not going to stick. So it's going to have what, Tammy?
Yeah.
Airflow, okay? That's right. You know you can get a lesson in vacuumology tonight, did you? Look at that.
That's unreal.
That's unbelievable. Okay? All these attachments right here with you on the front of the machine the whole time you use them. You have attachments with your vacuum cleaner? Where are they at?
Some of them are in the drawer.
In the closet. Do you ever vacuum off your furniture much? You really don't. And I'm going to tell you one reason people don't. Because their tools aren't with them. Because you got to stop, you got to go hunt your tools up, then you got to come back and vacuum. If the tools are on board, you'll use them more often. You really will, okay? At least we did, okay? Now, the Rainbow does have wheels. Okay. There's one more little tool. Let me show you this. I always forget to show that one little tool. I know I laid it somewhere. It's called inflator coil cleaner. Water in both containers. Don't put shampoo, just put water, all right? That way when you get ready to show it, all you gotta do is just basically put it on top, all right? And you don't have to stand on it to get it on there. I've heard people say you gotta push on it, you gotta hear it click. There's no clicking, all right? It's just gotta go on, all right? The clicking is why some people's shampoos don't work. Because you clicked on it, all right? All right. Anyway, just take your power head off, zip this up the back, and now you're ready to show the what? Aquamate, right? The Aquamate. Now guys, of course you should already have this hose probably hooked in from your power nozzle, so it's really not that much to hook up. Man, you guys don't know how easy we got it. We used to be in the kitchen with some pliers, man, hooking this up to people's sinks. In the old days, with the old ones that had a 50-foot water hose, and I'd be in here shampooing, and all of a sudden, I hear a
Water leaks.
and then there's no pressure anymore. And I say, Mark, run to the kitchen. And he'll run to the kitchen. Man, do y'all have any towels? Yeah, I mean, there's water everywhere. It's on the walls, it's on the windows, it's everywhere, you know. That's the old days, okay? Look what you got to do now. Now, in between the tank, or that one, and the one we had now, we had a pump, okay? You guys know what like a pesticide pump bottle, what do you call those things?
Pump sprayer.
A sprayer.
Pump bottle.
Yeah, pump bottle sprayer, whatever, there's got to be a name for them, I'm sure, but anyway, we had those hooked.
Sprayer.
What we did is we cut the line. We got smart. We cut the line and we hooked it to a pressure pump. Okay, and we put water in it, pump it up, and that way we had some water for a limited time, but we didn't have to hook it to anybody's sink. Okay, so it looked great. You come in there with a sprayer bottle. Well, we had nice stickers, rainbow stickers we put on our pesticide bottles. So, I mean, you know, but hey, we did what we had to do to show the Aquamate. Because that got us our green lights.
But it worked.
It worked. We got our green lights, right? Then Rexair came out with the one that had the little white container and pump, you know what I'm talking about? There's been 3 or 4 different versions of this Aquamate. This is the best one ever right here, guys. It's got a motor. I've always said you needed bristles to scrub. You ever been in a house with the old one, anybody sold the one, nobody sold the one in here, but
Me.
you might get, and they say, well, my Bissell shampoo, it's got bristles and scrub. I like it better. I used to have people say, I like my Bissell shampoo better. What? You know, but it's because they're right. It had bristles. This has got bristles. This says it all now. So anyway, just hook it up. Now, what should you do with the water here? This should be dumped out. Now, we didn't have anywhere to dump it, but what we do is we dump this out, right? Before we shampoo, you want to start with what? Empty container. Now, by the way, the customer takes that and flushes it down to what? Down the toilet, while I go to the car to get what? Something. I'll be back. Don't tell me you're going to get shampoo, right? That dirt they just poured out is the dirt that does what? Does what to the carpet? Cuts the carpet. Cuts the carpet fiber. Okay, that's what we call vacuumable dirt. Sand, grit. Okay. Now let me show you something else here. So you just basically start with a dry bucket. All right. Get out wherever you're going to clean. And where do you shampoo? I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to shampoo right up here at the doorway, Danny, because the carpet's wore out. And I'm not going to shampoo where the coffee table's set for 20 years because it looks like the day it was put down. The two ends of the spectrum. Perfect looking carpet, terrible looking carpet. If I wet that over there, Michael, it's going to look like wet, terrible looking carpet.
Yeah.
Okay? If I shampoo this, it already looks good.
Yeah.
Right? I want to shampoo maybe beside where the coffee table's been sitting. It's an area that's matted down, Harold, but not wore out. There's a difference in somebody having a receding hairline, okay, and somebody who just shaves their head. Okay? All right. So this is receding over here, and we need to fix it. Okay? Right, that's receding. Okay?
It's a shade. That's receding.
I don't think so. Okay. Anyway,
You have a big one down the middle of your head.
Oh,
so we don't want to do this. Okay? We want to get here right in the area where I can make the carpet look good again, Joe. If I shampoo up there, I really can't make it look good again. Really, they need a transplant. You know what I mean? This carpet already looks good. So if it looked good where I shampooed where the coffee table, they say, what's because the coffee table sat there? So I want to do an area where I secretly know I can make this look good. Okay? So just get out here wherever you're going to clean. You got your water in there, and I just put water in both tanks, and I got both turned off, the shampoo and the water. People get confused on that, but it really wouldn't matter because we have water in both. right? So it really doesn't matter as long as you got one of them on, right? But you just get out here wherever you're gonna clean. You wanna be talking to your customer, you wanna keep your back upright and straight, and you wanna make it look easy. I've been with people that get down here and do this. And the customers say, gosh, that looks hard. Even with the old shampoos especially, you get down, and I would do that sometimes. I've noticed, and I was, wait a minute, guys, this is really easy, and you catch yourself, but make it look easy. Yeah, where you're gonna clean, just pull the trigger. But just explain to your customer that you have water and you have soap. And just like your washing machine, the first thing you need to do is put out your soap, right? So the first thing it does is put the detergent in. So you just hold down the trigger, and it's putting out shampoo and water right now. So Judy is putting out the shampoo and it's scrubbing it, and it's also pulling it back up too up the front. So you can see it coming up the front there a little bit. And how big an area should you do? A good 3 by 3 area. You don't want to do just a spot. If you do, you got the customer thinking it's a spot cleaner. And that's another thing. Some of you guys tackle people's stains. Well, I admire you for that bravery, but I'll be honest, I've been to homes who wouldn't take a stain out, and I was embarrassed.
They've already been trying to get that stain up.
Yeah,
Lots of
they
stuff.
probably said it was something they put in they shouldn't put in it, They might use purple power on it. Okay? So just do a good 3 by 3 area. Just hold down the trigger, you're putting out your shampoo, you're scrubbing it, and you're sucking it up. You let off your trigger, and I stop and I talk to him a second. I say, now listen, Jordan, if you had a Stanley Steamer or any professional carpet cleaner that I know of, maybe Happy Feet, I don't know, okay? Do y'all rinse? You rinse?
No, ours is a water based. It
Don't
it
rinse.
dries in an hour or two.
It doesn't rinse?
They don't rinse.
Yes or no? You don't rinse, does it?
Right.
Okay. He runs a carpet cleaner. I'm not saying, I'm sure he does a great job. But most of the machines, those van mounted, they don't have a rinse. See, and if you go rent one at the store, they don't rinse, Joe. Basically what this means is if we were to just suck all the water out here, we would still have some shampoo in here. What would happen if you lathered up your hair with shampoo, Joe, and just turned off the shower and got out, and left the shampoo in all day? See, it would look like mine. It'd be naturally greasy or sticky, okay? In other words, it would be stiff because it's got the shampoo. See, all shampoo, Michelle, is made out of animal fat. It's naturally greasy or sticky. This piece of carpet will get dirty quicker than it will, Danny, before I shampooed it, because it's got a little bit of stickiness to it. Have you ever heard somebody say, I shampooed a spot, it went away, and then it came back? That's because they used like Woolite or Resolve and left it sticky. Well, of course, it's going to pull the stuff off your shoes easier, and it's going to get dirty again. Does that make sense? So you got to explain that to them. You explain to them this is the only shampoo that you can actually turn the soap off and just rinse. So now all I'm doing is I'm putting out just clean water. It's going in and coming right back out. It's water, Daddy. It's just water. So we're going to rinse it. And then once you wash the machine does after it washes your clothes, it rinses it, and it fills up twice, all right? Let's try this, Michael. Just hold on to it. Hold it just like towards the back. There's nothing to it, is it?
No, I don't think.
Maybe we go get the camera. Anybody ever had a wife give me a picture, take a picture of the husband back before he goes? what you showing them is great. The most important thing is what you show them now. Okay? 'Cause you gotta show them what just came out. Now, again, we already have some clean water in here, but if we didn't, this would be black. Right? I mean, it's literally black. Has anyone ever vacuumed a carpet that's about that color, but then you shampooed and it was black?
Every time.
Have you ever shampooed and it was this color and not darker? It's always darker than this, okay? Well, what you do then is you explain to them what this is. See, people think that's just dirt. That's not just dirt, Joe. You got to explain something to them. Imagine if we took a white t-shirt, Michael, and we laid it over at your doorway and we walked on it for a year. What color would the white shirt be?
Brown, black, yeah,
What if you vacuumed the white shirt every week? What color would it be?
that color.
See, you can't vacuum the stain off the fabric, could you? So what would we do? We'd put it in the washing machine and wash it with water, right? Well, see, that's because your shirt's made out of fabric. See, Joe, your carpet's made out of fabric. So if your shirt would be stained, why would the carpet not be stained? It would be, right? Now, we can't pick the carpet up, throw it in the washer, and wash it with water, so we wash it while it's on the floor. In other words, Aaron, Corey, you guys can vacuum from now to the day you die. Even with the rainbow. You're not going to get this out by vacuum. This is dirt you can't vacuum out, Kathy. This is non-vacuumable stain. Now let me ask you, this is the committing question. Would you rather get rid of, Lowell, the dirt you poured down the toilet a while ago that we said cuts the carpet, the dirt that makes your carpet look bad, or both? Exactly. Well, that's why you need the shampooer. Now, Rainbow makes the shampooer to work right here on the Rainbow, but I want to explain something to you. The shampooer
It's not
does not come with the Rainbow. Has anyone ever misled a customer and they thought the shampooer came with it and had to throw it in? I've done that. Okay. Sold the Rainbow, wrote it up, got ready to leave, and the guy said, whoa, where are you going with my shampoo? I said, I believe I just spent $100. Okay? Because I didn't explain it. I said, well, no, it doesn't come with it. Oh, hell no. I mean, you know. Or you know what I'm saying? I said, no, it's going to come with it tonight. But it normally does. It's going to come tonight. It's not normal. Okay? Tonight it's coming. You know what I mean? But if you'll tell them, guys, look, this doesn't come with the Rainbow. The way you get it is just by getting 4 couples looking Rainbow demo pack. John, y'all have already got 4 people. Look. So you got enough once I show the 4 to get shampooer. So if you didn't want the air purifiers anymore, because really the Rainbow, you just use your names to earn the Rainbow mate that I showed you on your mattress and the shampooer for free. Now what if you went in a home, Danny, and they were one of those stick in the muds, didn't want to give you names, but they bought the awesome Rainbow. Guess what they want to go with their awesome Rainbow? That shampooer. But if you don't have this clean spot, another thing I used to do too, Aaron, is I would get them down here and I'd have them feel the carpet where we didn't clean first, because you don't want them to do it with wet hands. Have them do the carpet we didn't clean, then feel the carpet we did clean, at the difference in how it feels. Especially if it's got some pile to it, it'll be so much softer, so much fluffier. And if you'll take your demo light and shine on the area, it'll be a different color. And they'll always ask me, well, how am I going to get the rest clean? I'll say, well, you clean it when I leave.
Yeah, that's right.
Somebody wanted to name one time clean their whole carpet because he had made his spot look so good.
Just so you can clean it when I leave. And smile. Okay. Let's do this again. Guys, everything I've shown you guys comes with the Rainbow, with the exception of a couple things. Okay, the shampooer, number 1, it doesn't come with it. Shampooer or the squeegee or the Rainbow mate. If you get 6 people to look at the Rainbow, you get those 3 items. If you just want 2 items, just get 4 people to look. You get any 2 of them you want for 4 people, and you've already gotten 4 people. Okay, a little bit behind in my book, but this tells you about the shampoo. Remember, the shampoo's got a deodorizer, protector, reconditioner, and a cleaner in it, all in one. It's a good shampoo. I recommend using that, okay? Now, our company hired an independent company to research our customers, Tammy, just to see how they like the Rainbow. For families with allergies, over 90% will recommend the Rainbow to other families with allergies, Mark. And 94% of Rainbow owners rank the Rainbow at better at removing dirt and allergens. Now, Tammy, you guys happen to have a Dirt Devil. Dirt Devil's real comparable to Eureka's and Hoovers. 98% of people used to have Hoover, 97% of them used to have Eureka, said the Rainbow's better at removing dirt, and 96 and 99% better at removing allergens. But if you look at all the numbers, for no matter what brand of vacuum it is, they're all in the number, all in the 90s. Excuse me. You know what that tells me, Mark? A bag machine's a bag machine's a bag machine's a bag machine. They're all the same. After 15 minutes, they lose half their cleaning efficiency, plus about half of what you do pick up goes back out. Okay? Now, have y'all been vacuum cleaner shopping lately, Tammy? Not since you bought your Dirt Devil, probably. Have you ever heard of a Kirby vacuum? You have? Do you have any idea how much a new Kirby costs?
I heard it's expensive.
A new Kirby costs around $2,000 where they start, okay? The Electroluxes, you heard of those? The top of the line vacuum and shampoo I've heard is over $2,400, $2,500, okay? You know what you gotta buy for both of those machines for everything? Bags. And you don't have to do a bag in a Kirby or Electrolux, Mark? Stops at 15 minutes. Now, knowing that the Kirby's are $2,000 and the Electrolux are $2,400, Mark, if you had to guess, what would you say the Rainbow cost if you had to guess?
2,500.
Y'all pretty close, actually, okay? Now, this first price I'm going to show you, this is not what we normally sell the Rainbow for, but it is what the Rainbow retails for, so don't fall off the couch when I show you this, okay? The Rainbow, with everything I've shown you, comes at $21.98.9, okay? But that's not what we normally sell it for, okay? Let me ask you guys a couple of questions real quick. How much money did you guys say you spend a month on allergies, spend a Joe for doctor visits, things like that? A month?
At least 10.
$10 a month? Okay, that's $1,800 over 15 years. There's 180 months in 15 years. Deodorizer, which, is it fair to say you spend $3, $5, $10, more or less a month, buying Carpet Fresh plugins, pop-ups, stick-ups, spray saws, Lysols, and candles, and little pine trees?
She spent twice that.
What do you think you spend a month? $30 a month, really? I am not that good with math. That's $36, it's $5,400. Okay, candles and stuff?
Yeah.
Candles are expensive.
I like, yeah, I love candles.
New vacuums. How many vacuum cleaners have y'all had in the last 15 years? Y'all probably been married how long?
So, 12 years.
12 years. How many vacuum cleaners have y'all owned in 12 years?
Well, actually, I bought them since I've been in the hardware store, and that's our fourth machine.
That's the fourth one. How many do you think you probably would buy in the next 15 years? If you didn't know nothing about a Rainbow, how many do you think you probably would have bought? If I hadn't shown up enough, what do you think?
At least 4.
How much do you think you spent on each one?
Well, they're $129.
So about $500.
Yeah.
You spent $500 on vacuum cleaners. Whether I had shown up tonight or not, you would have spent $500 on vacuums, right? Okay. You say change the bag every month, right? That's already figured for us. That's $360 over 15 years. Okay? And carpet shampoo. You said you go rent one, right? How much does that cost you to rent it?
About $50.
$50. How often you do it? Once a year or twice a year?
I try to do it once a year, and I like to do it twice.
Let's say it once a year. You're going to spend $750 in the next 15 years shampooing. Okay? And last but not least, Tammy, if you disagree with me, please tell me, okay? If you disagree, the sandy grit is ruining y'all's carpet. It's ruining your carpet in the morning. If y'all didn't worry about it, you said, oh, just leave it in there and let it finish ruining. How much money would it cost you to replace your carpet? You got some nice carpet here.
It'd be $2,000 at least.
We'll say 2,000. All right. Okay. That's 25, 32, 36. That's $9,000 even, actually. Not including the allergies. What you guys just told me is, Mark, in the next 15 years, if I had called you and said, I can't make the appointment tonight, he'd been tickled.
Probably, yeah.
He's real excited to hear I was coming, I know. And I wasn't either when I heard the guy was coming. But guys, you guys told me you would have spent $9,000 if I hadn't even shown up tonight for the appointment to keep this condition in your home. Tammy, for the first time in your life, get your house clean. It would only cost you $21.98. Now, if that were the price, which Mark it's not, but if it were, which one make more sense, Tammy? Spend 4 times the money to keep it or less and get rid of it? Of course. Now, guys, our company's been in business since 1936, like I told you earlier. And we found that 99% of Rainbow owners bought their Rainbow, Tammy, the first night they saw it demonstrated inside their home. You know what that tells us, Mark, in all honesty? If you guys don't see the need for the rainbow, then you're not in y'all's house tonight. You're not gonna suddenly see the need for a rainbow. I'm in my car driving home. And you know that, and I know that. Mark, if y'all ever gonna get a rainbow, it's gonna be, okay? My company knows that too. That's why they let me give you a better price. But Tammy, let me just tell you this. I've been selling rainbows for quite a while. And I've had through the years, I sell about 75 to 85% of what I show, but I've had through the years people ask me for my business card. Jay, we need to think it over, we're gonna call you. Do you know how many people ever call me back? Honestly? Mark?
No.
None. It's a good round number. You know what that is, Tammy? That's just a nice way of saying no. And I appreciate those folks trying to be nice. Mark, I think I'd really rather them just been honest and just said no. Tammy, if y'all ever gonna get a rainbow, it's gonna be tonight. Okay? Here's what I can do for you tonight. Your price is $17.49 tonight, saving you $448. However, in order to save that $450, you've got to give me 8 names of friends and associates. We have those. I have to have your vacuum as a trade-in. Let me ask you a question, Mark. Would it break your heart to throw that dirt devil in the back of my car after seeing what a great job it does? Not hardly. And I have to have an order from you today, Tammy, in order to give you that price. In other words, they only let me do that for you while I'm in your home tonight. That'd be the same thing as you getting in your car and going up to Belk's and seeing something on sale, a dress or something, and saying, you know, I'll come back the next day and buy it. I don't have my checkbook or my credit cards today. And you go back the next day to buy it, and the dress isn't on sale anymore. Tammy, if you buy that dress, what are you going to have to pay for it? Regular price, right? It's the same thing. My company only lets me give you this price tonight. If you call me tomorrow, next week, or next month, they make me charge you the regular price, which is $21.98.90. Okay? Now, guys, there's several different ways you get a rainbow. We take personal checks, credit card, monthly payment plan, and cash. Now, most people do a monthly payment plan. Let me show you how it works. You do it $52.45 down. You go 12 months at $166. You go 24 at $98.86, or you go 36 months at $65, or 48 at $53.46. Now, that's our most popular plan, to be honest with you, because about anybody can afford $53 a month. Tammy, I don't know about you guys, but I pay more than that a month for my cell phone bill. I can't even just watch TV an hour a day, maybe an hour. Okay, but Tammy, the thing I want y'all to look at is you guys told me that in the next 15 years you're going to spend $5,400 on deodorizers. Mark, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but that's 3 rainbows, and you still got all the dirt. You guys told me you're going to spend another $500 on new vacuums. That's $5,900. That's 3.5 rainbows. And guess what? You still got all the dirt in your home. You guys told me you're going to spend another $360 in bags. Was that $62.60? You're working on paying for like your 5th rainbow, 4th rainbow, something like that? Tammy, you still got all the dirt in your home. You guys told me you're going to spend another $750 shampoo in your car. And last but not least, and I don't want y'all to think I'm being rude, Tammy, I'm being honest with you. Y'all are ruining y'all's car. That's not y'all, Tammy, that sanded grit is ruining y'all's car. Mark, if you don't get this sanded grit out, you're going to have to have your car. That's another rainbow. See, guys, y'all going to spend enough to buy several rainbows, whether you get it or not. And I don't know about y'all, but Tammy, if I was going to spend enough to buy several rainbows, I want at least half of them. Okay? But the rainbow wouldn't be worth a nickel if you could afford them. We're going to pay for 100 of them if you wouldn't use it. Tammy, if you had a rainbow, would you use it? And Mark, know what you use, I'm sure you'd help her get it with you. Which way would y'all want to do it? Would y'all want to do the 36 or the 48? What's y'all's address, guys? Okay, if the customer tells you they can't afford to buy the rainbow right now, let me show you what you should do, at least when you're new, okay? Go back to the same questions. Tammy, the rainbow wouldn't be worth a nickel if you were going to pay for 10 of them. If you had it, if you wouldn't use it. So let me ask you, if you had a rainbow, would you use it? And Mark, know what you use it for sure to help her get it with you.
Yeah, we just can't right now, just can't afford it.
Just hit you at a bad time?
Yeah, right now, man.
Okay.
Yeah, we just actually put ceramic tile in the bathrooms.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and do that in the kitchen too.
Okay. So just bad timing.
Yeah, I like it
Well, would it be all right with you guys if I just call the office and let them know I'm finished?
though. Yeah.
You don't mind? Okay, great. What do we do with that phone?
It's just over there on the table.
Hey, Jay. Hey, listen, this is Jay. Hey, listen, I just finished showing Mark and Tammy the rainbow, and they loved it. Yep, and they've got a dirt devil, and they see the difference. Oh, they're excited. They love the rainbow. Tammy's got bad allergies. Yep. Yeah, and they understand it would benefit them. I just sort of hit them at a bad time. Yeah, he just put some new ceramic tile down in the bathroom,
Yeah.
and want to put it down in the kitchen,
Yeah.
I think he said. And they spend a lot of money right now, but I'm sure maybe later on they'd be interested.
Yeah.
Sure, sure. Probably Mark.